Ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome to the Tryhard Throwdown NA. I'm very, very sorry for the delay, but a Den update has meant we've been trying the very, very best to make sure that we get this tournament looking good. Fortunately, it's going to be a fixed perspective on stream this time. So it is going to be Darcy round 1 versus the Frostman dude. But joining me today in keeping my hungover ass afloat is going to be the wonderful, the amazing Suwusuri. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
How is everyone? I am good.
You are?
I have some secret knowledge.
You have secret knowledge
about Elden Ring.
You have secret knowledge about Elden Ring?
Yeah. So did you guys know that fan taggers, they don't have a spherical hitbox? They have an arrow, and on the other end, the arrow is thicker. That's why it headshots you so easily. But if you move in closer, like say on Crow Talons, because Crow Talons has the same hitbox, you actually can avoid the end of the hitbox because it's an arrow.
I love misinformation. All right. Let's just take a quick look at the builds. Darcy is, of course, going to be rocking. Darcy's going to be rocking the strength build by the looks of things. You can see everything, can't you, Sue?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, I did get that working. Amazing. Darcy's going to be rocking that strength build, and it looks like the Frostman is going to be on the Arcane. What do you think about this Dane's footwork? Lance. Both of them are on Dane's footwork. What?
They're both on it, yeah.
And a little quiet compared to Sue. That's probably because I'm subdued. I'm not. We're not doing so hot today, folks. But what about now? How are we now? We should be good. Speak, Sue.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to turn you down. I'm going to turn myself up a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Messed up.
Misogyny, got a misogyny. Anyway, moving swiftly along, we move on to both players. It is going to be a best of five here in this round 1. Where is Frosty's health? Is it not working? Oh, whatever.
Frosty has 200 less HP.
He does have 200 less HP. Are you Rune-Arched, Frostman? Or are you... Hang on a second, let me just check the build.
He's running Radan's rune, is he?
No, he should be... Is he Rune-Arched? Let me just add him real quick. I can't see on my side. Let me just add him. Frosty? Rune-Arched? Question mark? Why would he have 200 less HP? Head for less HP? Maybe. Alright, well, you know what, Suwu? Iridan's rune? Reed? Oh my god, there ain't no way. Okay, he is. Alright.
You're so rude.
Suwu, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom! And away goes the bolt here, folks, and we are going to see the physics here from both players. Looking at that, the 200 less HP is definitely curious, as we're going to see those running attacks come through there from the side of Darcy. Darcy as well here is going to be setting up the little bit of a grease there. Goes for crouch attack, is going to land it there. The charge door too, and it lands! Ooh. Frosty's on the back foot already! Oh, and a running attack is going to catch that. We do see the stamp there to try and follow up for any cool mix-ups, but the block comes through there as Darcy is going to take a little bit of damage into a crouch attack, aiming down for that extra little bit of range, as we do see these blocks coming through here from the side of Darcy, not wanting to get Dane roundhouse kick to the face, as we are going to see these crouches here come through. Force back now once again is our dear Frosty, who switches over to the Mogs. Free Mogs, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to see that the standing R1 comes through there. Good rollout there from the side of Darcy, as we do see the standing R1. But the Dane's footwork comes through. Beautiful strafe attempts come through there from the side of the Frostman. And we do see Darcy rolling around in the corner. She tried to get away. And actually gets hit. Force back the Dane's footwork there into another crouch attack there from the side of Darcy. Frosty doing a decent-ish job here of just trying to keep that pressure as a running attack runs through there. A good block comes through there, but Darcy is going to be poisoned. Ooh. And she's going to be slowly but surely ticking down. The HP deficit will widen as both players are now without tier. And we do see that running attack there come through into the bleed proc. Sue, what did we just watch?
We just watched some interesting Dane's footwork play. Unlucky for Darcy getting stuck in the corner against Mogs. I know that pain, and I'm honestly surprised to see Frosty pull out Mogs as fast. So that's definitely commendable on Darcy's side of things, for sure.
It's definitely a curiosity there for sure. Like the Mogs comes out there, it has insane range. I believe it still has the offhand. He's on, if I'm unmistaken, he's on main hand. Yeah, the main hand Mogs there as well. Not going for the offhand there. It's the offhand Dane's footwork just to get those little bit of quick presses in there and get some big build-ups. The Chal is bricked, says Donut. Let me just fix that then. Challenge, give me a moment, folks. But in that matchup, I mean, obviously the Greatsword is going to be very, very reactable, right? Which is unfork bestie. So that's going to be very hard. But then again, pretty much so is everything bar the Dane's footwork. I think those quick kicks come out very, very fast. So let me just post this here. Unfortunately,
yeah, I was actually pretty surprised by the forward momentum on Dane's footwork, because Frosty did a Grand Lance R1, like a running R1 into the Dane's footwork punch, which interrupted, and then did I think it was the interruption. Then did another Lance hit, and then comboed into the kick of the Dane's footwork, which actually moved him forward. So that was
interesting.
Really, really fun combo.
All right, well, give me the count in at your leisure, Susri.
3, 2, 1.
And there we go. We are going to see now the aggressive crouch forward there on the side of the Frostman here, who is not going to get caught in that stomp mix there from the side of Darcy. The who does that. I think both of these players are going for the who does that kind of deal here. And you know what? I respect the hell out of it, as we are going to see Frosty now chilling in this long neutral. Goes for that standing R2. Is that an R2? I believe it is. As we do see that run. Good at spacing there as Darcy tries to go for the Dane kicks there to try and force back that pressure. As we are going to see Darcy take a nasty amount of damage there into a bleed proc. The Frostman doing these weird wave dashes here in neutral. Force back now onto the Gugs here is Darcy, which is, you know, a bit of a comfort pick of hers. As we are going to see the stamp sweep land there on the side of Frosty. Hit her with her own game. Oh my word, that's cruel and possibly unusual, as you do see the Frostman roll out there. We are going to see those off dagger hits come through here. It tries to get that roll catch there, attempted ravioli comes out there from the side of Frosty, who is going to earn his namesake, but that's going to be a massive bleed proc. Oh no, as the off dagger comes through there. Darcy trying to get that last hit, but the dagger's in men's smiles, so that's going to be Frosty taking yet another stock. Oh me, oh my.
What's that weapon called again? That Frosty's using?
Blood Fiends, what's it called? The Blood Fiends something? I actually can't remember off the top of my head. I've only seen Frosty use it.
Blood Fiend Arm.
Blood Fiend's Arm, there we go.
Using Stamp Sweep on it is actually really interesting, because the R2 of the Blood Fiend's Arm is kind of reminds me of the Bloodletter from Bloodborne.
Yes, it actually kind of
does. With the weapon art. So I wonder if the bleed early hits on the Stamp Sweep, because I know Stamp Sweep has a really fast startup with the proccing, but I wonder if it has a really weird interaction there with Blood Fiend's Arm.
I'm curious myself there, because I know that obviously the Blood Fiend's Arm, it does have the Great Club moveset, doesn't it? The CR1s come out on that, are very, very fast, and you can get those nice hits there if you dead angle to the left, if I'm unmistaken about the moveset. So that's a really nice thing. The problem is its range, which I believe that's about on par with the Great Club. It might be slightly longer. So that's kind of interesting as well, that we might see Frosty do some nasty mixes with that thing, as we're just waiting for the Frostman to get in. Oh my god.
Oh.
The spin
on Harold's
to win.
Great sword. Great curve sword.
You know what? Frosty, good man. That's all I have to say. I can't.
Is this on a dark build? Please.
I believe this is on Arcane. If I'm unmistaken.
No,
so, oh my lord. Alright. Oh. No, but losers brackets are so Saucy. The losers bracket is best of 3. So either way, Sue will give me the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabow, kaplowy. As we are going to see both of our players now chilling out the rot. Toxic, truly. As we are going to see now just these standing R1s come out here from the side of Darcy there. A running attack is going to be straight, but we're going to see some really nice pressure there come out from Darcy. The R2 comes out, but the range actually catches Darcy, but the hyper armor is actually pretty nutso on the damage, at least anyway. Oh, we do see some shenanigans come out there. Good running attack rings through, as we are going to see standing R1s into the off Beast Claw.
Oh, damn.
That'll do it. That will do it. As we are oh my god.
Oh shit.
He actually landed it. Frosty just kind of stands there. He's like, what? He's like, oh my god, the backstab.
Nice backstab.
Darcy, you demon. Into the charged R2, but he is going to go for the jump R2 himself and get that nice bit of a break there as the off Beast Claw comes through. Darcy, I think the best possible opportunity there for... Oh my god, he goes for the dash. Oh, the heralds! What a goofball! What a silly goober! As we are going to see another hit there come out. Darcy going for that trade there. Good roll out there from Darcy, realizing she didn't want to risk the attempt to anti-air there, and comes back into the off stock, into the free aimed R1 one-handed of the greatsword here, just to try and catch him off guard. Frosty is on death's door. Oh my lord! Onto the red feather here, and the two-handed stock then to try and finish this one out. Frosty almost manages to land the one-handed jump attack there. Is it going to land? Darcy trying to get this last hit in. Not content to be knocked out of this here, as we do see that pressure. The standing R1 goes to the backswing, but it's not going to land.
Oh.
Frosty doesn't want to hit this, but...
Nice.
She gets the little love tap on the way out, and that's going to be Darcy on the scorecard. Holy moly. Suwu. What did we just watch there?
That was... Darcy played that flawlessly, honestly. A little rhyme scheme there.
Yay.
But I really, really enjoyed Darcy's chase down at the end there. Even though the backswing and all that missed, I liked how she kept that pressure going really, really well.
She very much did there. It nearly was enough to catch. It caught the Frostman there, I think, completely off guard, especially swapping to that two-handed stock, which I'm not sure he was necessarily expecting. Obviously, with Clean Rot flat band, their next best option is either Nobles or S-Stock. I think it's going to be build dependent, but I think Nobles with Sacred Blade obviously is a very, very strong contender in this tournament in terms of things that are very, very strong. Obviously, Clean Rot being banned does kind of change things a little bit in the sense of it's not quite as oppressive, but it's still a thrusting sword. It still does so much work. But, Suusuri, we have both of our contestants in. Give us the count in at your leisure, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kapow, kaplowy. We are going to see the physics here from both of our players. We do see the poison. Toxic, truly.
Oh my.
Not BM, but I could understand the confusion there.
Swamp.
We see the bleed actually procced immediately into that Beast Claw, into another bleed proc. Did she? I don't think I think she rolled that into the... Oh my god. Darcy has been put in a one-person blender.
Wow. What a fucking combo.
Frosty, you monster. You monster. Holy shit.
That vortex was dirty as fuck.
It really, really was. Like, again, it complemented the Beast Claws. Darcy was taken off guard there, and then just absolutely, I'm
that bleed build up too.
It was
Jesus.
Nuts. Absolutely vicious. All right, well now we have Pablo voices. Pablo versus Gur. Let's Gurman. Let's ping our players and get them in here. Gurman, of course, they are a phenomenal Bloodborne player, student of the Scronshoot Knight, and now finally moving into take on a little bit of the old Elden Ring PvPs. Pablo, of course, having graduated through the beginners tourneys quite recently, has been rocking an awful lot of GCATs, so it's been really, really nice stuff. So I'm kind of stoked to see what both of these players here are going to whip out, as we're just going to get Pablo is in. He's going to be in red. Magnificent. There we go.
The lion helm.
Oh, the lion helm, yeah. There we go. Let's get this. Oh my god. There we go. What a phenomenal name, Gurman. Jesus Christ. Alright!
What is it?
I'll tell you later. I'll leave it to your imagination there, Suwu.
Okay.
Alright, let's rock on as we do see both of our players rearing to go. Suwu, give us the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, I messed up. Oh, it's so Jover. It's so Jover.
What if I just don't do the countdown?
What if you don't? But Sue, that just wouldn't be real then. It wouldn't be a real endatory unless someone has to say LA. Oh my god, good rollout. Pablo's actually taken quite an awful lot of damage there. As we're just going to see a running attack, Pablo there is on the back foot, but he does get some counter pressure in there. Obviously the anchor here does a metric shit ton of damage. And look at those trades, very much in the favor of Gurman. Look at that, just the insane damage. They're doing a phenomenal job. Holy moly. Going for that there, just deciding to swing with absolute impunity as Gur is in a spot of bother, tries to go there for the backstab, the little run around there, but I believe that's going to be aim punched, as we are going to see now. Tries to outspace it, but unfortunately Gur is just there, as we are going to see now Pablo try and cement this win here. Goes for that, actually manages to get that, and Gurman does lose the stock. Gurman, if you would be ever so kind as to not use the... Got Gurman, let me just make sure. Rude. Or pot consume. Please. There we go. No break, please. Alright, there we go. Right, so that is going to be one in the favor of Pablo. So let's mark that score then real quick, now that I've let Gur know what needs to be done. Bro needs to stop strafing. Yeah, agreed. Well, the strafes here are really useful, and it's really fun to go for those silly little backstabs, but unfortunately, can't do it. Either way, Suwu, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
We're getting there. We're getting there, right, Suwu? But yeah, we're getting there. We are seeing Pablo here try to go for that pressure. Good strafe there from the side of Gur. They're doing a phenomenal job. Goes for that running attack. There is the side of Pablo. Goes for another running attack. Tries to get the whiff punish. There is the side of Gur. But look at those strafes coming through into that interrupt. But Pablo gets put into a world of hurt. The anchor just does so much damage. In this sense, though, keep in mind, we are going to see that running attack actually connect. Gurman trying to play very, very carefully here. Force back now. We do see that jump over the top there. We do see a follow-up into that nice damage there. But Pablo still is in the lead and is further cementing it there. Look at the punishing those strafes as the weed cutter comes out into a standing R1. Gur's on the back foot here as he's going to take yet more damage. The Rakshasa just going to absolute town. Look at those little waggles there in neutral from Gur. But unfortunately he's... Oh my god, the Stormcaller! There ain't no way!
That was a good catch.
Oh no, Pablo! Walks into it again, and he gets staggered there. But the little
tea bag,
just a little bit of a bag, just a little bit of a bag. As we do see a jump over the top there, and that is going to be Pablo taking the stock. What a match! Stormcaller in a tourney. What on earth? Also, I'll check those out later.
Either I was gonna say I was messing around with the anchor and invasions with the Rakshasa armor and all those tallies I showed you, and I was one-tapping people with anchor.
Oh, as you should, Those things just hit so hard. Like all of the like just the multiplicative damage buffs that you can get, just make this game kind of a little bit crazy. But either way, give us the count in, Sue.
3, 2, 1.
We'll figure it out. As we are going to see now, just using Pablo going for those runs there, not quite able to connect. German is going to be caught there, is going to go for the block there, but the weed cutter comes out to try and get a punish there, but unfortunately it's not going to be there. As we see the jump over the top there, but Gur has taken an awful lot of damage, as we are going to see Pablo try and even this one out as the Raksasha just does so much damage. They're standing R1 in the trade, and I believe it's just about in the favor of Pablo. Not actually, very, very close though, as we are going to see Gurman take yet more damage. 900 HP to 1200. Both players still have their tears as another running attack rings through into the weed cutter in the corner there, but Gur is just gone. They're out of there. They're not able to keep up at all, as we do see another running attack there come through. Pablo doing an excellent job punishing the strafe attempt into the weed cutter, into a loading screen, and that is going to be all she wrote as we see the little waggles come out there. Well played to both of our players. I will ask the players not have the Braid of Marika active or the Bottomless Jar or whatever the hell it's called. I would really, really prefer if people didn't use that. So there we go. Nice. Yeah, it suits Pablo down to the ground, Darcy, like by a fairly wide margin. You see this an awful lot. Just comfort picks Suwu just always take over, and Pablo seems very, very comfortable with that, with the great katanas in any form. It's actually, as we have both of them in there,
it would have been really interesting to see Pablo in that last tourney with everyone using the great cats.
I mean, yeah, the great cats are very, very popular here, but he's sticking to the two-handed version as well, which is quite nice. But we are going to move on into the next round. But I don't know if you have any closing thoughts on that last round, Sue, while I get my shenanigans put together.
I'm really surprised by the hyper armor on the Rakashashasha being able to put up with the anchor. That caught me by surprise. I was not expecting a great cat to have colossal hyper armor on it, but you know, from soft. But otherwise, it just really great cat can play by Pablo. German's always fun to watch. It was just well fought.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. And I actually, just as a quick aside, I have seen your messages. We're just going to crack on with the tourney as is. I think it's just we're halfway through. We just didn't get it working. It's all good. I really appreciate you offering help, though. Absolute legend. Shout out to Axie for getting the scripts and stuff. Yes, there is a loser's bracket. Gurman. All right, let me just get at slams at. Who's up as well? Mantis. Oh, and we're seeing someone has read the rules. Look at that. Curse Blade Circs are out in force, ladies and gents. I'm sad. Mantis female in blue. These names are phenomenal. Slans. Your build's is invalid, bro.
Uh-oh.
What this time? 128. Oh, I love being able to see this shit. Where's the actual miscalculation here? I'm wondering what he missed. 11 mind, 58 fig, 38 end, 15 strength, dex is 60. 9 int, 8 faith, 8 arcane.
I think Mantis takes this.
Sorry? Well, technically the round never started, so Slans, fix your fucking build, dog. Or get on another one. Dude, you could just go... Oh my god, whatever. Y'all scammed me! You might need to leave World as well for it to take effect, so leave and come back. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love Elden Ring. Yeah, literally just go to Renala, bro! Spawn yourself some crystal, some fucking tears. Oh! Oh my fucking god. Mantis, I should have said nothing and let you win by a DQ. Funny tourney? Yep, that's... sorry, go on. What are you going to say?
I was going to say she can have issues sometimes, and then I was going to say that's misogynistic.
Yay. Whatever script you use is massively outdated by now. I'll take it. Yeah, just wait for Slads to get back. You're okay. He didn't start the match. Win by a DQ though, right off the bat against a tourney favorite is definitely the play. Holy fucking shit. Slans didn't use Renala, Lucy. Mason Tech, yeah. Bro, yes. But without the math, it's hard. Well, in FOC, if he used it in FOC... Ooh. Alright, let me see. And there he fixed it! Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Slans. Well done, well done. Alright, into your corners. Give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. We are going to see the Curseblade Circs going absolute ham here. Very, very strong setup. I do believe Mantis is going to be rocking the Rex Sasha. Goes for a running attack there. She's going to take a little bit of damage off the top there, but not much. Obviously, here we are going to see Slans there chilling out in neutral. Mantis not quite sure how to approach, and I can't say I blame her. Oh, the backstab grab isn't going to be punished there. But the rack, one more turn on the rack as the weak cutter comes out and manages to hit Slans just a little bit. Goes for an empty jump there, goes for a running attack there. Doesn't go for the follow-up there as the side of Mantis, which is definitely a risk that Slans does have to respect it. Running attack comes through. Oh, and the setup there for the run R2, as we are going to see these CR1s come out into the mash R1 there as well. Mantis is just not quite sure how to approach, and kudos to Mantis. I just want to point this out. On very short notice, she did enter the tourney, so just to fill the spots, so thank you to her, and the follow-up comes through there. Good attempt to whiff punish there. The CR1. Oh, the trade comes through, but look at that damage differential. Curse Blades are most certainly cursed, as we are going to see the Weed Cutter come out, managing to catch Slans there. Good play there from the side of Mantis, using that corner, the wall pressure there, as a run attack into a mash, into another mash there. Crouch attack comes through there from the side of Mantis as a follow-up comes through there. She has traded. Unfortunately, though, the amount of grounds that those things can cover is just absolutely insane. And that's going to be 1-0 to Slans right off the bat. So, yeah, I think the moral of the story here, Sue, just as a little heads up, I think Curse Blades might be a little bit strong. What you reckon?
I think so, too, seeing as they have backhand blade moveset, and they're technically not backhand blades. But, yeah, I think they're pretty strong with the CR1 into the mashing. And then I know the chase down, I think that was the R2 chase down, is just really mean. It's really, really mean to get out of that.
I think I think it's a weapon that has just, number one, a fucking excellent moveset across the board. Everything it does, like, complements itself so well. And then you have like unreactables as well that just do nuclear tier damage. It's just the best weapon in the game. And players are finally getting to the point where they want to show that. So kudos to Slans. Let's rock on. Give us the count in, Sue, at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Did that early.
I did, because you were... you know what? Fuck you. Anyway, moving on. Fuck you. Either way.
Fuck you.
We are going to see Mantis taking a little bit of damage, but a good rolls coming out here on the side of Mantis as we see the standing R1s come through. Good run R2 comes through there from the side of Slans. Mantis here playing this very, very, very long neutral here, not quite sure how to engage. And look at that, could you blame her? Look at those CR1s coming through there, just doing absolutely nuclear tier damage. Good attempt there. Slan's actually managing to get that roll. Is not going to actually get the punish done. I think that could have been an opportunity there from the side of Mantis to go for a follow-up R1, which would have been quite nice there, and actually clipped him on that whiff punish attempt. But at least now we know that you have to be very careful on your spacing, as we are going to see Mantis there going for that little bit of counter pressure. Goes to the R2, in fact. Force back now once more. We are going to see those nice little bits of damage there. And there we go. We see this there. Going for that running attack comes through there. Mantis actually doing some really decent damage here. Slan's not quite sure how to approach. Is going to clip her there with the last part of that run R2, which is of course absolutely brutal. As a running attack comes through, the follow-up R1 into one more turn on the rack there once more, as we do see the Ash of War come out there. But look at that, the quick, I was going to say quick poke, the quick slashes, that's what we'll have to call them here, out of the wave dashes coming through there. And look at that, Mantis has just been put through the one-man blender that is BHB, and that's 2-0.
Mantis played that incredibly well. I really enjoyed the delayed on the weed cutter to catch I think it was the jump on Slan's end, but especially against the backhand blade moveset on Great Rack, even with the hyper, Slans is a really good player at his reactions, so it's incredibly hard to land a hit with the Great Rack against Slans. So it just Mantis is playing it really well especially against backhand blades.
Yeah, and the matchup here is going to be very much in the backhand blades' favor, and kudos to her as well for actually sticking to the rack, doing a good job there. As you said, those delays, mixing between going for the follow-up R1s and not, which I think is very nice. And of course the weed cutter there on the little bit of wall and corner pressure there against Slans has actually gotten some really good utility. And now we're just gonna have to wait and see. Susuri, give us the countdown.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, we did it. We're so pro. Okay, either way, looking at this here, we are gonna see that, Lightning, he's actually switched over onto PSSS. That's interesting here from the side of Slans. There are some interactions that the rack, I think, are kind of cool for. Look at that, the crouch R1s coming through there just to force those rolls. Really nice play. And looking at this here, actually making opportunities for himself there with those CR1s. Obviously, they can be poised, and especially under this rule set. But look at those turnaways coming out there from the side of Slans. Going for that, the L1s come through there into yet another one. Trying to keep those mix-ups here. I believe that, no, not a half hit that time there. But on a half hit here, the CR1s actually become a big risk here. And, look at that, the whiff punish there on the rack, which is of course exactly what you want there. Mantis tries to get that little bit of pressure there, but as we see there, Slans just swats her aside every time. As we see Mantis here with a very hard life deficit, that is going to be the tier gone. Whiff punishes there coming through from the side of Mantis here. The parry comes through, the attempt to scam. Leaderboard will be awash with more attempts to ban parry, but look at that there, probably caught in his menus. The pivot cost him dearly there. He's, you know what, listen, spamming parry, you have to do it. And there we go, we are going to see that, Slans might actually pay for this here. You know, the attempt to BM into a loading screen is a true combo, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the whiff punishes come through there. And there you go. Into the mash. G to the G's. What do you actually think about the rack into BHBs? I see some people in chat arguing about, in that what do you think that matchup is?
I think against a good player, BHB just wins outright. I think though, if you're not good at utilizing the backhand blades, then rack definitely wins that. Because rack just has that hyper.
Yeah, which can be very forgiving for in an awful lot of circumstances. Hyper armor, of course, especially faster hyper armor, can be very deadly. But looking at that, two-hand rack loses to BHB 100%. I agree. I'm in agreement with Sue here as well. It doesn't, it had pretty much everything it does is reactable. Obviously, on very point blank, the CR1 on Raxasha can come out very close. But if you're point blank with Raxasha, the other person has made an absolutely horrible mistake. So the real win condition for it is to just slowly chip people down and catch people in the mixes between follow-up R1s, going for the weed cutter with a bit of corner pressure. But the win condition for BHB is just so much easier. It can literally just run from one side of the arena to the other. It can just do so much work. It has those unreactables that can catch people. It has decent-ish range on a mash. Like, there's just so many options. So many options.
Yeah.
Ripple Crescent Halbert, hello, welcome in. But yeah, I don't know if I missed anything, Sue. I leave it to your... If you think I've missed anything in that matchup, then I'm more than happy to hear you correct.
No, that covers it entirely. I mean, I think you're always wrong.
Well, like, that goes without saying, like, you know.
Seeing as this was my opinion and then you kind of took it from me, I guess it's okay. I can give you a pass on this.
All right, it's all actually never mind. All right, we have both of our players in. It is going to be Saucy in blue rocking. I'm not quite sure what he's rocking versus the backhand blade on the side of Raincoat. This is a bit of an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting one here because this is a rematch. This is a little bit of a grudge match, even, Susuri. What's Saucy on? Actually, we can actually just check real quick. Let's see what the builds are right now. Raincoat, of course, is going to be on the Dex build. For we're seeing Faith.
Tada's Smith Script Dagger, I think that is, and the Sword of Light.
Interesting. All right, I don't know what he's cooking.
I think the Sword of Light's going to be an opener.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get the show on the road, Sue. Give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. Way goes the vote. We're so pro here. And there we are. We're looking at this here, the Sword of Light, right off the bat there. But unfortunately, in the corner, not wanting to have to deal with that once more, we are going to see just the R1, L1s. Oh, and the Smith Script Dagger there doing a nice little bit of chip right off the bat. And look at that, the amount of chip that it is able to do already off of the Life Ring, I believe. Yep, so immediately swaps over to Blue Feather right off the bat. As we are going to see these rollouts here come out from the side of Raincoat, who is going to be playing a little bit more cautiously. Again, he's on an FOC loss, so this match should be kind of interesting to see if we're going to have seen some adaptations from the side of Raincoat since last weekend. As we are going to see, look at that, the standing R1s come out there. Obviously, with the backhand blade itself banned, just flat banned. Oh, goes for an empty jump there. Actually managing to get the backstab there. What the hell? We are going to see, look at that. One more turn of the rack as the Weed Cutter comes out there once more. Goes for another running attack there. Into the L1. That immediate cancel window comes out there on the off rack there just to get some really tasty damage as we are going to see these whiff punishes come through. Saucy is very, very low as we see the swap over to the two-handed BHB, which is, of course, legal because I have a horrible sense of humor. And we are going to see Saucy Ace struggling here. Looking at this here, Saucy here is in a spot of bother. And the parry comes out. Look at that! Ooh. He wants the steal. Can he get it though, as we are going to see these empty jumps come through? There goes for a running attack there, and we are going to see just that hesitation there on the attempt on the side of Raincoat there to get that last hit in, because he knows exactly what Saucy is looking for. He knows it, but it's not going to be enough, as we are going to see Raincoat take it. Is Cursed Blade restricted? You can't have any of the damage stuff. Just tallies, not upgrade. Yeah, all of the multiplicative buff tallies are banned. I just have a horrible sense of humor, Halvard. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. That's a lie. Alright, let me just mark the score here because I did close the wrong thing. So that's going to be fun. Player right. Raincoat is on 1. Alright, as we get both players back in.
I really enjoyed Raincoat's kind of wave dash with the the main hand BHB, the Curse Blade. It was able to catch Rain really well. I mean, Saucy really well.
Yeah, repeatedly as well. Like, Saucy was put through the one-man blender there, and obviously, not only is there going to be a setup diff, considering that I don't even know what Saucy's rocking right now. I don't know if Saucy knows what Saucy is rocking right now. And Raincoat seems to have continued to optimize the build by a fairly wide margin. Also, hey, Fisto, what's up, dude? All right. Well, we have both of our players in. Again, apologies to everyone that we didn't get the fancy overlays all set up with the free cam, but hopefully for next week we'll be good to go. All right, Sue, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, we did it again. We're so cool. That's so cool, bestie. As we are going to see the sword. As we are going to see Saucy here punished again for that Sword of Light buff. As we are going to see, just look at that, the amount of damage that he's already taken. This is absolutely insane as the Crouch R1 comes through there on the Curse Blade, just to get even more damage. We are going to see that swap over onto the Zwei here, but I think Raincoat might have tested the matchup, I think, a little bit, as we are going to see. Look at those CR1s come through there on the side of Raincoat, who hasn't been hit yet. Saucy is just in a spot of bother, if you will. And looking at that there, we do see the rollout there coming out from the side of Raincoat, as we are going to see possibly an attempted to will we see another parry attempt come out here from the side of Saucy, which might not be quite as good on Uggs here, because the cancel windows are going to be kind of doo-doo, as we do see the tier now popped. 1000 damage right off the bat, forced back in there. Look at that, trying to get those CR1s up. He's baiting out the parry here, as we see the parry come out. Are we going to actually see him go for it? No, we're going to see just those whiffs there from Kilo. Raincoat being very careful there. Had a whiff punish attempt. I don't know why he didn't go for it, as a running attack rings through there on the side of Saucy, who has Raincoat in the far corner, but those turtle pokes just are not going to be good enough, as we do see the approach there. Got into the parry! Rain the parry. Major amount of damage there that's going to be equalizing this fight out a little bit. That's going to be tilting in the extreme, as we are going to see now Raincoat struggling to try and get back in there. Might be just worth always going for the jump attacks here from all of these, as we are going to see now Saucy forced back into... Well, no, it's not Saucy. It's actually going to be Raincoat forced back into the corner. He may have to switch over to the sword tally. No, this is the hammer tally. Oh my god, the kick comes through!
The kick!
Into
the kick!
A loading screen. Raincoat taking the second stock.
That is hilarious. Oh my god, the kick. Wow. Raincoat, that was fucking incredible.
You know what? Bare hand kick, let's go. Bad kick. Oh my god. Okay, we have a round of applause here. I also tier was pop. Yeah, the tier was procced. He so Saucy all the way through that fight. I think the most amount of damage he got was off of that parry, which was how much damage he got? It was like over 1,000, something stupid. But yeah, absolutely bonkers. Piss a kick parry PH. Oh, okay. Anyway, Sue. Give us the count-in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we're a little bit delayed, but it's fine. Either way, we are going to see the physics coming out here from the side of both of our players. Very pro. We do. Oh, the PSTS is out. Does Raincoat know the matchup now? He's had a week to prepare, as we are going to see. Oh, the two-handed rack comes through there into the attempt at going for now a bit of a weed whacker, but unfortunately is stuck in the corner. Manages to get out. Saucy not electing to go for the follow-up onto that parry, which I can understand, as we do see a whiff punish there into the L1 R1. He's on the off dagger now, I believe, as the another kick comes out. As Saucy is quite low, has done quite a substantial amount of damage, and I can't say I'm surprised those PSTSs hit like an absolute truck, as another kick comes through there. Are we going to see another kick? No, we're not.
Oh, this kick spam.
Oh me, oh my, as both players are relatively even here. Into the trade there, and the bounce there on the side of the dagger off of the shield, as we see another running attack run through there. Oh, Raincoat's in trouble!
Ooh. Two stock is real.
It is real. Having fought two stock last tourney, the last tourney I think I've played Saucy in. He rocked the PSTS, and I have to say it was absolutely brutal, the amount of damage that thing can do. You can kind of figure out the spacing enough and just wait for them to go through the 15 million prerequisite animations, which is pretty damn nice. which is very cool. As you wait patiently to throw fan daggers at people who just spam L1. But either way,
with the arrow hitbox.
Real and true. Either way, Sue, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, we're back. We're back in business. We have these counts.
We're so back.
We're so back, besties. We are going to see the Sacred Blade come out there. Obviously, looking at this here, we are going to see Saucy stick into that PSTS, which is, of course, a very smart idea. As we are going to see now just that little shuffle steps there in neutral, as we are going to see Raincoat try and bait out the attacks here to actually get those punishes. Oh, goes for the trade there into the dagger. Is he taking a little bit of a note from Dimka, I wonder? As the kick comes through into the dagger, R1, which is, of course, really nice. You can get an awful lot of true combos off of the kick, if I'm unmistaken. Into the two-handed rack, switches back over the Frosty Tech dude. As we see a whiff punish attempt come through there once more. The kicks are ringing through, but unfortunately the bleed proc there. Saucy's on death's door. Oh my god, Raincoat is actually wanting to show Saucy, I have learned how this one, how this matchup has worked in the last week. Kudos to Raincoat there, as we do see the bounce come out there. A parry comes through, because of course it does. Are we going to see the kick? No, the bounce comes through. Tries to bait out that parry once more. Can you parry kick? I don't think so, right?
No, you just lose stamina for parrying kick, that's all.
Which is probably no harm. And looking at that there, the kick into the dagger!
Nice. Nice.
Yo!
Let's go, Rain. Oh, that was so well played.
Hells to the yes. We do see it. They have learned. NA has acquired the kick knowledge. Very, very nicely done on the side of Raincoat. It's going to be blustery. What a match. Just the amount of hype moments that come out through here. They're absolutely insane. 1,500 damage over. Go on.
Very happy to see kick go through and work out this well. For Rain.
Yeah,
So why was the dagger bouncing, actually?
I think it's either a seamless bug or it's a... I'm not actually sure. I've heard that there is a bug with seamless that causes that. It might be worth looking at that in rule sets. Or it's possible that Saucy was using deflected here, but I'm not sure if that works.
Gotcha.
Alright, and now we're into the losers bracket, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 of losers, which is going to, of course, be the first of the best of 3s. So I'm pretty stoked to see how these are going to go. Obviously, losers 1. Alright, seamless buffing the evil shield bug. That's what I've... daggers just... do daggers just bounce? Do they, Bev? I actually forget off the top of my head. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it is going to be Darcy Scout versus German. So I'm pretty stoked to see how this one ends. Do you have any thoughts as to what we're going to see from both of these players?
Gerben might be pulling anchor again. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Darcy will be on the claim where Dane's footwork again, right?
Or we might see the dreaded Uggs come back. Remake.
Yeah, the Uggs. I wonder if Darcy will adopt Frosty's tech.
It wouldn't shock me. Actually, wouldn't shock me, all things considered. Alright, both builds are right. Gerben is in blue. It is going to be Darcy's Scoot in red. Darcy's in. Let's go. I can't replicate that amazing tech this fast.
You never know.
Alright.
Come on, Gugs.
The Gugs enjoyers. Meta. When were Gugs actually patched? I forget off the top of my head. Was it 1.4 or 1.5?
I thought it was 1.3.
Could have been. Yeah, there we go. Must have been.
Or what? Or were they there for 1.3 then 1.4? I think 1.4 was the patch. I think you're right.
But it's been a while.
That's my bad.
All right. Well, German versus Darcy.
1.7?
Was it?
Damn.
This was a while ago. Goddamn. Let's just take a quick look at the builds. We have strength here from the side of Gur, and Darce is on the 54. Interdasting. All right. Let's crack on. Suusuri, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
On fork. We'll get back to we'll get there. I'm sorry.
Harpoon. Yeah, you better be sorry.
God damn it! But nice work there from the side of Darcy, getting a nice hit there against Gur. Running attack rings true there as well, and the anti-air there off the standing R1 into the Divine Beast Frost Stomp. As we are going to see there, Darcy trying to force a reaction roll there from the side of Gur. As we are going to see the backstab. Any fishes? Any fishes real? As we are going to see Darcy there eat a little bit of damage. Uh-oh. Goes for a jumping attack right over the top though as the side of Darcy. Actually getting some serious damage off on Gurman right now. And right, we do see, the attempt to pressure there into the mash on the side of Gurman. Force back now once more though as we see those crouch pokes ring out. Beautiful spacing comes out on the side of Gur as we are going to see now the whiff punish attempt there from the side of Darcy. But just shy as the harpoon. There she blows. As another harpoon rings out. Gur's just going to eat it into the crouch poke from Darcy.
Nice spacing.
Beautiful.
Not okay.
I told you to use your imagination there with the build names there.
That is a great name. Anyways, I'm surprised. I think Darcy forgot to swap Life Ring to Spear Tally because I did not see a Spear Tally swap at all. And that probably would have helped the counter, but otherwise that was really good spacing at the end on against the anchor. So well played.
Very, very nicely done. What's wrong with the name? There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Darcy won on a match point versus Gur and Blue. Sue, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, so close. We nearly got there. All right.
I was a little late. I'm sorry.
You know, I can't believe this. It's actually all your fault this time, as opposed to mine, which is.
I was vaping.
All right, the jumping attacks ring through there, as we are going to see Gurman take a nice bit of damage there, and good rolls coming out here from the side of Darce, who's just going to go, I'm going to tank that for a laugh and see what happens. And look at that spacing, though, from the side of Darce. Oh, the strafe comes through here from the side of Gur, but is going to be answered deftly with the standing R1 there from the side of Darcy. We're going to see these waggles. Here goes for a run R2, but it's going to be punished. Or look at that damage as another running attack rings through there, but it is going to be dodged. And the Divine Beast Stomp there from the Wagglers.
Oh, it caught.
It did actually catch there just by a hair's breadth as we see another trade ring through there. Into a quick poke. Into the Dane's footwork. And
the Dane's footwork. Wow.
Very, very nicely done. G's to Darcy. Another Bennings tourney winner, proven she has what it takes to go against some of the best. 2-0 in the favor of Darce. Gur, it was an absolute pleasure. I know you're you're mad about Elden Ring PvP, but it was nice to finally get to cast you in brackets there. So awesome to see you. Now we have Mantis versus Saucy.
Oh no. Let's see how this goes.
What jank are we going to be rocking this fine day? Oh, me oh my. Alright. Well, at least Gurman knows I put my all in. My God, that were really intense. In picking the name, you can't parry Danes, can you not? That would be interesting, if true.
Wouldn't Danes just basically act as kick, other than like the fist part of it?
Possibly.
But one of the footwork
I actually don't know off the top of my head. I actually don't know.
Okay, yeah. Not any of the foot attacks, but you can carry the fist.
Alright. Sue. We have our players. Let's actually just take a quick look at the builds and see if there's anything of note. Saucy's still on this jank Faith build. What? Is he on PS? Huh?
PS Euphoria's? Insane.
GG's though. Versus the whip of Mantis. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Either way, ladies and gentlemen.
No comment. This should be interesting.
I hope you're all ready, Subu. Give me the countdown.
I think so. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, right on. I'm getting so pro at this, as we are going to see
right
now.
On the money.
Mantis is going to be getting a little bit of damage there right off the bat as the PS. Oh my lord, actually managing to get that hit there, as we are going to see the running attack ring through there on the side of that. We do see the swap over to the two-handed, getting a nice little bit of a bow. Oh my, wait, hold up.
Oh.
Because it buffs both of them?
Oh.
Oh, and managing to get the guard break into a nice little bit of damage. That's actually tech.
Oh my god.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
So PS Euphoria is actually kind of epic.
That's interesting. Okay. So just so, apparently, the buff will apply to both of them. What? Sue, I'm beyond words.
The AOW will remove both of the buffs.
That is also
interesting.
True. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit caught off guard by that. Saucy wants to bring you for his ran into rack all the time. What on earth? He's experiencing, ladies and gentlemen, euphoria at this moment, I think.
Euphoria.
Euphoria, even. I dare say, ha 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 ha. Oh my god. That's...
Euphoria is a better word.
I think so. Oh, we may be having some issues. This is a little bit insane. We might have to change password in a second, folks. As we do seem to have some Steam issues happening right now, by the looks of things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's anti-goated. Let me just check Discord real quick. Let me just check from Mantis. No, man. Issues getting back in? Question mark? Alright, well, if it is the case, we'll just see now if we can get her back in right now. Oh, there we go! She's back, I think. I don't know what Saucy is doing. Okay, he's fixed himself. Alright, cool beans. We have both players in now. And again, remember, you can change builds in this tournament, just as a little bit of an FYI. Alright, we have both players in. Ladies and gents, Suwoosery, will you give us the count in, bestie?
3, 2, 1.
Yo, we got there. Alright, both players now are going to be going for their respective buffs and physics. The swap over here on the side of Mantis to the PSSS is probably a good play here. Just the fact that she'll have the opportunity to whiff punish a lot, as we do see the double Sacred Blade coming in from the side of Saucy, who's going to mirror, I believe. Oh my lord, that damage though is pretty nuts. As we do see the rollouts come out here from the side of Mantis, who is going to eat a little bit of damage.
God.
Interesting. As we are going to
see. The amount of damage that's coming out of Saucy's end as well is insane.
Yeah, the trades coming out here right across the... And look at that, Saucy's just going to wait here, knowing that he's winning the trades, and he's going to try and force them. As we do see some tally swaps come out there from the side of Mantis, which is pretty smart. Saucy realizing that he can win the trades, just needs to press on reaction, as we are going to see Mantis take an awful lot of damage there. That is going to be the tier gone into a rolling RL1. Oh, the ghost! But no!
Oh.
Into.
It was such a good attempt.
Into the grace. Resting at the grave. Oh my lord.
Damn.
Oh my lord. Little bit of BM. Alright, that is going to be Saucy moving on into the next round of the losers bracket. So if we take a look here at the bracket, we have now run through all of the round 1 fights. That is going to be Saucy moving forward. Join us after a very short break as we're going to see Frosty versus Pablo, then Slans versus Raincoat, and the losers of each to fight both Darcy and Saucy in the losers bracket. Suwu, do you have any closing thoughts on this tournament so far?
I'm really enjoying seeing the setups in this. I definitely prefer this over a bunch of great cats. I'm happy to see great cat gameplay, but I am very happy to see a mixture of everything so far.
Yeah, definitely interesting. All right, folks, we'll talk to you all in about 5 minutes, maybe less. So we'll talk to you then. Set you a minute. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We have returned from feeling sorry for ourselves. Sumu, what has been your favorite match so far?
My favorite match, I think, would have to be Raincoat and Saucy.
That was pretty fucking good, I will say. I will say though that the tech with the W for Euphoria, or however the fuck you're supposed to say that.
Euphoria.
You said that very aggressively.
Euphoria.
I think that one went pretty damn. That was pretty damn interesting from just like, oh, that's how that works kind of a perspective. So that's neat. And I've heard Frosty say that there was some cool interactions. I did see in chat. I meant to read it during the break, but if anyone knows this, I don't know if anyone knows this, but an interesting interaction I found last night. I should have done this in an interesting interaction, dude, that I found last night. If you have a BHB in your its forward momentum is gimped by about half, dude, as opposed to what it is in the main hand, dude. So cool, dude.
So cool,
dude. All right. Well, either way, we do have both of our contestants in. Let's crack on with this. Let us crack on.
The cracker's on.
Okay. Okay. All right. We have the warp over to Dueling Square. Let's get this show on the road. All right. We have both of our players in as the horseplay is no longer afoot. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Pablo who's going to be rocking some shenanigans. The builds are actually reversed. Never mind. It's probably a good thing to change around. There we go. All right. Now we fixed it. And it's looking at this here. We were having 35 end and 60 decks on the side of Pablo, rocking that G-Cat, the El Raksasha. Voices, the Arcane, whatever the hell. Frosty's racking.
CGS.
Dismounter, Danes. Interdasting.
Bloodfiend arm now.
And she's back. There it is. All right. Let's see how this goes. Suwu, give us the countdown at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
We'll get there, okay? Jeez. You're always bugging me. What the fuck? Anyway, either way, we are going to see the pots ring through here from the side of the Frostman, as we are going to see some rolls coming out here on the side of Pablo, who is going to be whiff punished there by the off dag. But look at that, the trade rings true. But look at that, Pablo's taking some damage there as we see the build up, and that is going to be the poison. Actually electing to get the Bolus off for free, but is actually going to get bled for every step of the way, as we are going to see now Pablo trying to initiate the attack there, but unfortunately not quite able to make it, as we do see that roll there, probably checking that he isn't over encumbered. Always smart, as we do see now Pablo trying to initiate this fight, but unfortunately Frosty is there waiting for him, as we see the trade ring out, going for that. The nice little bit of extra damage comes off the top there as the bleed explosion comes through into that. Oof. Look at the amount of work that Frosty is able to do there.
Wow.
My God. Absolutely
insane. The backstep into the dagger into the R1 catch from the Bloodfiend arm was really, really pretty. That was good.
No, it was very, very good. And again, no better man to use it than our Frosty, who does such an exceptional job. Nord, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of dry leaf arts in these tournaments. Is it good? No, but it's fun. I think offhand it's kind of interesting. I don't know what the exact cancel windows are for it, which would make it very, very kind of actually usable, if I'm being completely real. But either way, let's see how this one is going to go. Suwu, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
I told you I was pro. I told you. We got this, okay? We have it on lock, as we are going to see.
We have it on lock.
We have the insane amount of poison particles coming out there from the poison mist, but good trade there from the side of an attempted trade there from the side of Frosty, but a bit of an impatient roll comes out on the side of Pablo, who is going to get, oh my God, the bleed build up is insane. Into another little bit there, goes for an empty jump, not quite able to make the damage. Look at that. Actually trying to bait out the attack there is the side of Frosty. Does actually bait it out, but isn't quite in a position to be able to get the punish. Look at that. The rolls come through there into... Into the bleed proc again. Frosty actually managing to get the roll catches there. As we are going to see now the standing there. Forced back now is Pablo. As we do see Frosty just continuing in with that aggro. Into the Beast Claw.
Oh. That chase down, though. Wow, and the spacing of the Great Rack rolling R1 was really, really well done.
That's why they call Frosty an incredible player, Suwu. He just has those...
That's why it's Frosty Comes.
Dude, so true. But either way, we are, like, at the end of the day, one of the things that's kind of impressive about that setup is it plays off the status really nicely. And against on certain things, getting the status proc is actually disadvantageous considering the other person can mash. But with that Beast Claw, you're just able to get a cheeky little hit in and you're already gone before and can decide what they do. Again, Frosty's a very, very strong read player. His reads are probably second to none, which is what enables him to use these kind of weird setups. It very much enables him. But either way, do both players in and ready to go. Suwusuri, give us the count in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Unlock, as we are going to see the bolt out. The player is now chilling. What is that paired LGS?
That's just Swift Spears.
I think he might be on Renala's. I'm not sure if it's Milady or not. No, he wouldn't be on Nalana's. Look at that bleed proc though. Oh my god. What on earth?
Oh, the weak cutter cat.
Actually managing to force that roll there is the side of Frosty. And look at that, the punish attempt comes through. The rolling L1s actually on LGS are kind of interesting. I actually kind of like them. They can definitely catch people off guard, and of course LGS is just a priority machine. Even with the reduced amount of poise damage that they're going to get from... I forget what the exact poise damage is on the power stance attacks, but I believe Pablo should be able to actually tank them here if he goes one-handed. So that does add a little bit more into the matchup, even if LGS doesn't have access to... Even if LGS doesn't have access to a poise break in one hand, we see that spinning slash just ring through. And sword dance. Not having sword dance here does hurt the matchup just a little bit, but against the Raksasha, it doesn't really make that much difference. Look at that! And Pablo's on the scorecard! Holy moly!
I'm happy to see the Milady pulled out on Frosty's head. That's fun.
It's a neat
fun little weapon.
It is a very neat again, the PS is really, really nice. The moveset on LGS. It has an awful lot of animations. Obviously, of course, you do have the two. You can two-hand it then as well relatively easily. So, and you have access to those spinning slash Ashes of War, which are really, really nice and did absolutely phenomenally. Obviously, going to trade in with a rack, you're not going to win, so that's kind of a risk. And if you're risk averse, like usually Frosty would be, then you have to kind of be careful about going for those empty jumps and stuff, especially if you're unlucky enough to get anti-aired. Which, to be fair, against two-handed Great Katana, the anti-airs aren't particularly amazing. What's the jump R2 Vortex? It means that people get caught. Is basically what it means. They get caught by the second part. But either way, both players are in. Sue, give us the count in at your leisure, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, and we're away. We are so away as we are going to see now the Poison Mist come out here from the side of the Frostman. Going for that pot. Actually managing to land it. Getting, I believe he's gotten a little bit of poison build up already. I'm not sure. I can't see the bar. But we are going to see Frosty getting caught in a world of hurt there as the weed cutter comes out. Oh my god, actually managing to get the anti-air again. Frosty's taking a lot of damage here as we do see that one hand, going for the jumping L1, I believe that was there on the side of Frosty here, as we do see now forced back into a little bit of a neutral state here, which should suit Frosty just fine. As we see the spacing come through into a running R1. And there we go, the bleed proc comes through. And that's going to be evening this out just a little bit more, as we are going to see the punishes in the corner. Into the L. Oh my god, Pablo is in a
corner trap.
He's in a spot of bother here. He's going to have to play this super carefully, as they are going to see the Ballast punish out once more. Looking at this here now, we are going to see the running attack come through there from the side of Pablo trying to get that little bit of counter pressure out there as we do see the jump out of that there. Jumps, of course, do give you a little bit of extra distance at the expense of a little bit of recovery, but look at that! The spin to win. Jeez.
The Beyblade.
Frost.
DS2 helicopter is a real thing.
It's real, and it might in fact be true, Suusuri. Might in fact be true.
Onto something there, I think.
Real. Confirmed. Alright, that is going to be Frosty. Taking that in a 3-1. V-nice. Alright, and now we have a match between Slans and Raincoat. Raincoat, of course, after beating Saucy, his arch nemesis. So this should be pretty interesting.
I think...
You think?
I think...
It's crazy.
I think Raincoat... Shut up. I think Raincoat might take this, maybe.
Really?
I think I'm on Raincoat's side on this.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could think sometimes.
Occasionally. Thereabouts. We're always impressed. Don't worry, Sue. But yeah, either way. Either way, we are going to be waiting here for Raincoat. Let me just ping him really quickly. Make sure that he... Oh no, Raincoat's in. It's just Slans up next. Let me see. Raincoat, of course, is an OG player. He's been around a long-ass time. And hard lines to say, even though if Raincoat doesn't have as much tournament experience as Slans does, it's actually kind of interesting. I forget, when did you start? I'm not sure if Raincoat is there. Hey, Enda, tell everyone to fight this side of the map. I'll think about it, bestie. I'll think about it. Unfortunately, the overlays are a bit bricked today, and I couldn't get them fixed in time because I forgot there was going to be a... Oh, Slans is left. Interesting. He
probably wrong build again.
No, it actually says it was fine, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
I'm shocked, honestly. Alright, so it's going to be Raincoat in red, and we're just waiting for Slans to get back in. Raincoat was an unreleased Knight Rider Glaive Flamestrike user. I remember him from way back then. Alright. I don't think he played in any tourneys, though. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that, Rain. Although he might have been in some of the 16-player brackets we held early on. It's been a hot minute. Shunter deletion, only good part of the DLC patch. I actually kind of liked the on-release before the DLC stuff got added in. Personally, I liked an awful lot of the changes. But then again, I am mad into my poise, so it would check out. Alright, Beam Flicker is Slans. Alright, Who Beans? We have both of our players in. Sue, give us the count in at your leisure, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
We did it. We're on a roll now, Suwu. This is crazy, as we are going to see the daggers come out there on the side of Slans. Slans, of course, rocking the two-handed Curse Blade Circs, which are, compared to other rule sets, relatively under... what's the word I want to use? They don't have many rules on them, let me put it that way. Alright, as we are going to see those rollouts there, both players, Raincoat is just taking quite a lot of damage. I actually think the mirror here would be a much better option here for Raincoat, as we do see those waggles in neutral, looking for that running attack there, tries to go for the L1, but unfortunately the BHB is going to get that interrupt against it. Looking at this here, Raincoat is going to be chilling in that long neutral there, waiting to try and punish any attempt that Slans makes to get in, but look at that, the interactions are being won here so heavily by Slans, as we are going to see. Going for that, they go for the crouch attack there, not quite able to make it, goes for that, oh my lord, another little bit of damage there on the side of Raincoat, just to force in that bit of pressure. Oh no, he stays in, but he is going to be... Oh, look at that, the spacing there against the rack there was absolutely immaculate on the side of Slans there, as we do see the little bit of a mash. Raincoat is quite low here. Slans electing to go for a rollout as opposed to going for any kind of counter pressure there. Waits for the whiff there. We do see the tier gone now for both players. Into that, Raincoat actually manages to get that interrupt. Uh-oh. Slans is actually within one-shot territory here as the attempted two-hand turnaround, but a little bit too early. Oof. Ouch.
Yeah, I think you're right, Enda. I think Raincoat might have to go with the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, that was really well played.
Raincoat did a really good job there for a number of reasons. Primarily, just
Yeah.
the patience of the play there was really nice, which he has to, as one would expect in a hyper armor setup that can just swat away any of Slans' aggression. I think he stayed in a little bit too much. There was an opportunity to win it early on, but oof. Just the amount of damage that Slans can output is just absolutely insane. Like, and spacing on top of it. Oof.
Instant 500 damage.
Yeah, just honest trust. All right, either way, Sue, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
There we go, close enough. We'll call that one a win. All right, Sue, we got that. As we are going to see the swap over onto the Colossal and the Uggs play coming out here from the side of Slans, as Raincoat has just taken a little bit of damage. Slans, of course, is still in tip-top pristine health there as well, as we are going to see now both players now kind of trying to suss each other out here. Both are on a hyper armor setup, but we do see the swap over from Raincoat onto the dagger, and now electing to go onto that two-handed BHB, as we see the little bit of frosty tech come out there. Oh, onto the shear here from the side of Slans, as we are going to see just these little stutter steps in neutral, just trying to force a mistake as the jump over the top, unfortunately, Goomba stomped and not actually able to get that hit in. You hate to see it as the attempt to get the whiff punish there on the Sham Sheer. The sheer audacity of Slans here in this one, as we are going to see a spinning slash. Not going to be called out, as we see an L1 there from neutral, just to try and tempt Slans into going for a little bit of counter pressure. But look at that, Raincoat's going to take a little bit of damage on this here. Slans can't really go for as many running attacks as he would like, as we do see the backswing ring true there from the side of Slans. Raincoat is kind of struggling. He swaps over to the two-handed rack, and looking at that now, one more turn on the rack as he attempts to get that punish there. But unfortunately, in the corner, but Slans gets greedy. And there, Raincoat is going to take a little bit of damage there, both sides. Relatively even within about 500 HP of each other in the favour of Slans. But as soon as I say it, it evens out by a fairly substantial margin, as Slans is taking a hell of a lot of damage here. Both players are relatively close, within about 40 HP of each other, as we are going to see those turnaways there from the side of Slans. So that is going to miss space the running attack there on the Curse Blade, as we see now both players pretty much neck and neck here, as we see the Great Katana there going for presses there in neutral. Raincoat there still chilling in neutral here once more, waiting for an overextension there on the side of Slans, and as I say it, it will happen as a run attack gets him to safety. As we are going to see now both players now chilling. Slans kind of in a slight positional disadvantage here. He wants to put Raincoat in there, and like that the roles have reversed, as we see beautiful spacing coming out here from Slans. Tries to go for the backswing. The backswing will land. 13 HP to 300 as the fists are now out, as the screams of defiance come out there from the side of Slans, who is going to wait for those presses there into a crouch R1.
Bait.
Slans 2.
That patience, though.
Very, very good fight, Sue. Do you have any kind of thoughts on what we just witnessed there? I'm super curious.
Just Slans' spacing is incredible. And Raincoat's definitely trying the best he can to handle it, but Slans really just switches his play style on the fly, where he'll go really patient, or he'll just fucking track you down. Stop glazing. I'm casting. I have to glaze.
That's the rules. She unfortunately, she does have to. It's part of the contract. We'll think about it, Skoden. All right, Sue, give us the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. We were a little bit off that time. Okay, I'll adjust, trust. As we are going to see Slans now going for that nice bit of pressure there in neutral, managing to actually catch Raincoat there with that CR1 from standing, possibly missed a roll there or a miss input, hard to tell from the side of Raincoat, who is going to be on the dagger here, as we are going to see that. There you go. Actually, the main hand dagger there might actually do quite a lot of work, as we are going to see these like little stutter steps here coming out from the side of Raincoat. Obviously here Slans has the kind of a weird matchup here, because Obviously, the Uggs doesn't really have many unreactables that can actually punish people. As look at that, we're just seeing these roll catches come out there, trying to catch Raincoat there. But unfortunately, the backstab grab is going to cause Puck here for Slans, but still relatively untouched all the way through here, as we are going to see Raincoat here going for that dagger there just to get those little bits of chip. Look at that there, the panic roll punished there by the side of Slans, as we are going to see these off dags here do insane work, but the trade, and that's all she wrote, folks. That's all she wrote, folks. Listen, okay? It was a misspeak. It was a classic. At least it wasn't a classic end of typo, okay? That's all I'll say. Zero versus Dark Soup is probably not my finest hour, okay?
Slans versus Raincoats.
That's yeah, I'm actually not sure how I don't even want to know how I'd typo that one, to be honest with you. Probably for the best we don't find out. Alright, we are going to move on to the losers bracket before I get distracted once more. It's going to be round 2 in the... Oh, jeez, that's unsightly. Let me fix that real quick. Ugh. Right, losers round 2. Slans did in fact win, yes. Moving on into the next round. Who's going to be fighting Frosty in the semi-finals. Now it is going to be Raincoat versus Darcy. So let's get this show on the road. Darcy. Fair play to her. Jesus, fair play to her, huh? Alright. I've been hanging around too many old people in the pub last night. Oh. Jesus Christ. Did you go away out of that? Fuck's sake.
Gobshite.
You're some gobshite. Fuck you.
Fuck you, pussy.
Alright. We're just waiting now for both of our players to get into positions. Miss Kura actually said ages ago in YouTube chat. I'm so sorry for missing it. Really wish I didn't play on PlayStation. This looks fun. Yeah, we'll have a chat with YouTube chat later on when the tourney finishes for maybe 15-20 minutes. So we'll spend some time with the crew over there. So care. All right, here's just a little. So the English cousins, when they come over when we were kids, we used to have some of the funniest moments, because all we would get them to do is say car. Now, you know how the English sound. Car. And go for a bit of pudding and get a car and a bottle of water. And we'd be like, no, would you say car, would you? It's car. I got a forfeit family stuff? No worries, Pablo. That's fine.
Car?
I'm going to forget the car. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Either way, we have both of our contestants in, so we'll give it the count up.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabow, kaplowy.
God.
As we are going to see the physics here coming out from both players there. As we are going to see this now, looking at this, we are going to see that running attack come out there. And it is going to be Raincoat taking a little bit of damage. He is on PSCS of all things? What is this good day tier setup? What the hell? As we are going to see now, both players here chilling like villains. Going for that crouch R1 there is the side of Darcy. As we see Raincoat give Lep over the top there. Is not going to actually be hit here, as we do see a running attack coming out there. But look at that counter pressure that comes out there. Actually managing to clip Darcy for quite a bit of damage there as the run R1. The standing R1s there on the side of the Shamshir is actually pretty strong, as we are going to see the charged R2 come out there, as Darcy is going to go for that trade. Going to be very much in the favour of Raincoat here, as Darcy just has to play a little bit more cautiously onto the CR1s here from the Claymores. A good rollout comes out there from the side of Darcy, as we do see now, just going for that little bit of pressure, trying to force a mistake here, and the CR1 comes through there into the R2. It is going to whiff, unfortunately, but she gets away from it scot-free, as another CR1 comes out there from the side of Darcy, actually managing to land that, tries to free aim, not quite going to be able to land though, unfortunately, as we are going to see Darcy here even out this match fairly substantially. Forced back in a roll there is Darcy, now stuck in the corner, but look at that, the patience comes out there from Raincoat, as we see a standing R1. It is going to hit into its charged R2. It is not going to land, unfortunately, but both players now are neck and neck. Darcy is very close. Raincoat can't really afford to get those trades, as we do see the two-handing, but unfortunately Darcy is just there going for the off-stock there to try and catch Raincoat off guard. There's a two-handed TS there. I believe it's the two-handed S-stock comes out, and the robbery attempt, but unfortunately high security measures were put in, and Darcy is going to be nowhere near that parry, as she is going to be playing very, very cautiously here. Goes for that. The pokes come through there, as we do see Darcy on 104 HP into a spinning slash. But that's going to be Raincoat taking the first stop.
Respectable.
In that matchup, though, especially in the end, what do you actually have to do? Isn't this Saucy? It shouldn't be. It should be Rain... Oh, did I mess up? No, it should be Raincoat versus Darcy. Who's... Saucy, why are you in my world, bro? Get out of my world. I said Darcy versus Raincoat. Look at the screen. Jesus Christ. That's what I get.
Oof.
Oh my fucking god.
Youch.
I'm so dumb. What's happening? Saucy entered world, and because I didn't see who had actually entered the match, I just assumed... I'm so stupid. Raincoat.
I thought it was a cosplay.
I did too. Saucy thought he was him, but he wasn't. This is what I get for hosting hungover out of my minds, lads. My apologies to the players. Sorry, Darcy. Oh, jeez. I think I'm going to go for a lie down after the tourney, I'm going to be real. I might need it. Challenge says I'm round 9, and I said otherwise. Jesus. Sorry, my apologies profusely to both of the players. Well, have a good stream, Enda. Yo, what's up, Scorch? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. I just actually caught that. It's okay, Enda. We love you and hate Saucy, and all is right in the world. Again, my profoundest apologies, folks. Welcome in, welcome in. What did you drink? What didn't I drink? I think I was on like 7 or 8 pints, if not more. And then the whiskey got taken out. I am fucking hanging right now. Alright, either way, we have both players in. Suwu. Give me the count in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy. As we are going to see both players now. As we do see... Force back now once again. We are going to see the L1, R1 come out there from the side of Raincoat. Obviously here as we see it, the run R1 comes through there. Darcy sticking to her guns there on the greatsword. Once more, as we do see an empty jump come out there over the top, we are going to see those run attacks are going to not be there, as we do see now both players chilling like villains in that long neutral. Swaps over there onto the two-handed, then directly back onto the curse blade there. Good jump in there from the side of Darce as she's trying to force some kind of a mistake, but unfortunately Raincoat is just ready to go, as we are looking now that run R1 comes through there. It's not going to quite be able to land as the off-rack then comes through. We do see there that trade rings out, but it's going to be very much in the favour of Raincoat. Oh my god. As we are going to be seeing that, Darcy is down 1 in this match. G to the G's.
Yeah, that R2 finish on the backhand blade is rough.
I
think that was the R2, right? Or was that the normal running attack?
I think it's the... I believe it's what might have been the running attack. I'm not quite sure. I didn't quite catch it. Only curse circs have bleed, right? I believe so. If there was that bleed build-up that come out of it. Obviously. Oof.
Yeah, that's...
Minor bleed.
That hurt.
Yeah, with the rack as well, it's going to improve that build-up as well. So it's going to be really, really nasty. Just as another thing to have to bloody well worry about when going up against BHBs. Again, I'll probably be getting rid of them next week. That's a conversation for tomorrow, when I'm in a better state of mind. And what did someone said? 8 pints of whiskey? No, I think it was like 3 or 4 pints of Dynamite, and then was it like 3 pints of Guinea? And then whiskey. It was a mistake, is what it was. I'm hanging, boys, alright? I need someone to hold me up. Thank you.
You're better than me. If I have a hangover, I'm in bed all day. I'm perma stuck.
Hard stuck. Would probably be lifetime debt. That would actually kill you, to be fair. Smirnov! Yo, what's up, Smirnov? I didn't go near you last night. Jesus.
And my worst hangover was 3 hours straight of puking.
No.
It was so bad.
Oh, no. I've had moments of that. I think some of the Italian fencing events have been absolutely horrific. But either way, with both of our contestants in, folks. So give me the count in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, we're so back. We are so back as we are going to see both of our contestants going for their respective buffs. Oh, the Divine Beast Stomp there. And they're rolling. But onto the Gugs now once more from the side of Dars. But Raincoat is doing an excellent job there of actually just rolling. Keep on rolling. As we are going to see now just that reset into that long neutral. Raincoat kind of struggling to find a means of approach. But not quite there. As we are going to see there's these running attacks ring true here from the side of Raincoat. But Darcy's right there on top of him trying to get that extra little bit of damage. Beautiful strafe, but in no position to actually get. No, just not quite able to get those hits there as we do see that running attack ring true there from the side of Darcy, not able to land. Oh, the Divine Beast Stomp, but unfortunately these BHBs are just right there answering to try and get that. But Raincoat actually eats that. Is going to actually manage to roll. Getting the interrupt on the Gugs there as well, but the CR1, which is nasty. As we are seeing both players now looking around in neutral, trying desperately to find opportunities to get those hits in. We're going to see Raincoat there stutter stepping here, trying to bait out an attack that he can work with. But that run attack rings true there from the side of Darcy. It's not going to hit. But that, look at that. Look at that. Did she even get a hit in on that? That is absolutely tragical gamer as the Dane's footwork comes out there. Oof, my force back in now once again. We are going to see there the crouch pokes ring true. Darcy's not out of it yet as we are going to see both players here. Raincoat on 14 HP into the Dane's footwork. Into a kick against the wall. Darcy evens this out into a match point. Holy moly.
The Dane's footwork chase down was crazy.
I am so shocked. That was not looking good there in that match at all. I'm actually kind of blown away.
A great turnaround.
Alright, score. There we go. Alright. So it is going to be Saucy fighting the winner of this round in the losers round 5 as Pablo has had to pull out. And then it is going to be, before then in the semi-finals we'll do Frosty versus Slans. So whoever wins this is in for a second chance. Ladies and gentlemen, Suwu, are you ready?
I am.
Alright, on a 3, on a 2, and a 1, LA. And boom, we are going to see the physics. We are going to see these run-ins in neutral. As Raincoat actually gets that hit there. Darcy immediately getting this in a turnaround that I was not expecting, getting first blood there. Raincoat is down about 400 HP here as we are going to see now both players. Looking at that there, that running attack was risky there, but the standing R1 there to greet Raincoat as the charged Divine Beast Stomp comes through there. I don't believe it got any damage, but look at that, the counter pressure into Ug's Vortex. Raincoat not quite able to get back as we are going to see now both players now chilling like villains. Is this not a tier skip?
Tier skipped.
What?
No, that's tragic.
No shot. I looked away for a second and then I came back and then what?
That's
Darcy,
tragic.
You're insane. Holy moly.
GG's, Darcy.
Gug's too strong, please nerf.
She fucking reverse sweeped.
Literally. Bro, okay. Alright. What the hell? You know what? This is what turning out to be one hell of a tournament, everyone. Okay. We've had the I'm beyond words. I'm actually beyond words. What the heck? All right. Either way. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. 80%. I've drank a little bit of very high percentage vodkas in Norway, and sweet baby Jesus. Oh my lord. It's a time and a half. I do not recommend. Terrible idea. Yep, you're up. Alright, Slans versus Frosty. Cool beans. Nito Dorito. What are we expecting here from this in this next round, Sue? What are you excited to see?
I think Frosty is going to go all out on this one because Slans is a scary player, so I'm interested to see what Frosty ends up pulling.
Frosty has an awful lot of tools in his box, so I'm going to be kind of stoked to see it as well. He's very, very... The way he plays is kind of interesting because it's an awful lot of hard reads. It's very, very reactive as well, which can be very, very hard to deal with. And he knows when to push the aggression. Is that going to... Ooh. Interesting. All right. Interesting, as we have both players in. It does seem we're having... Let's just actually take a quick peek at the builds here, folks. Because I'm kind of stoked to see what they're going to be using. Looking at this here, it's going to be the 22-22 Strength and Dex, respectively, on the 45 Arcane build. Still rocking the Dane's footwork and the Mesmer Soldier Spear versus the sheer audacity of the Shamshir on the side of Slans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get this show on the road. Let me actually find my cursor. It's gone missing. Missing in action. There we go. We found it. All right, Suwu, give us the countdown at your leisure, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy. As the bolt is out, the players are getting their respective buffs in order. As we see the cute little dandelion mask here on the side of Slans, we are going to see that Dane's for... Oh my lord, just that pressure right off the bat here from Frosty. Getting a nice little bit of damage off on that, as we are going to see the jump R1 come through. Look at that, leveraging the hyper armor there of the Mesmer Soldier Spear in the offhand, as we do see that attempt to get the Dane's footwork hit in. Frosty, of course, is going to just throw it wide there just to give Slans something to worry about, as we do see a running attack there into the crouch R1 once more from the side of the Frostman, who is able to get a nice little bit of pressure in, but Slans counter pressures here. Frosty obliges and gives him just a little bit of space to keep off me. Buttons here are huge, but the poison mist comes through into the Dane's footwork. Slans is quite low as we see a jumping R1 come through there from the side of the Frostman. And we are going to see this here keeping up that pressure, as I do need to change the scorecard.
Oh, the roll backstab catch. Holy shit.
Oh my god, absolutely insane there, as Frosty has taken quite a lot of damage in this, which is of course going to be a best of 7. The first best of 7 of the tournament, as we are going to see now just that nice jump R1 come out there from the L1, sorry, from the side. Oh, it is a jump R1 there that comes out from the side of Frosty, changing it up just a smidge, as we are going to see now to go for that roll there, tries to get the rolling R1 out, but Frosty seems to be caught in menus or something there, as we are going to see Slans is now poisoned, but Frosty is very, very low, as we are going to see now both players here looking more into an opportunity to go for that running attack, the switch over onto the Mogs, which is going to go so far aside here, as we are going to see Slans attempt to get that roll catch there, expects the counter pressure there, beautiful read there from the side of Slans, but it's too little too late, as the Frostman takes the first stock. And I just need to fix my overlay just a little
losing bit. Trade.
Very much so by the looks of things, as we are on the semi-finals here. That is going to be Slans taking the first stock. Kind of an
Slans really turned that around.
Yeah, very much so. From that very early damage that he took right off the bat, been completely caught off guard by just the sheer aggression there of the Frostman, but actually managing to bring that one back, which was very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. As I need a sip of coffee to keep me afloat here. Give me a moment. Whew. Alright, I feel a little bit better. Oh my lord. Who's the co-caster? It's Suusuri.
Suusuri.
Let me do the shout out. Here we go.
I'm a little brain fogged right now.
That would make sense. I'm feeling much the same way. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Not firing on all cylinders. Not on all cylinders today, folks. But we'll be back up and good. So for context, I was supposed to be doing this yesterday. Very thankful that the players were very understanding. A family do. I thought it was today, but it actually was yesterday. So we've had to change the tournament. So I very much planned to not be in this state, but you know what? Shit happens. But either way, both players are in. The scythe on the side of the Frostman versus I'm not entirely sure what he's. This is Curse Blades. There we go. All right, gimme count in. So Boossery.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom! As we are going to see both players going for their respective buffs. The Poison Mist is out. The Physics are drank. The Curse Blades are aggressively wave dashing is what they're doing. As we are going to see the Frostman now chilling in this long neutral, recognizing that he has to space out those running attacks. Good read, but unfortunately Slans was not biting. As we are going to see that jump R1 come out there. It is going to sail on by as another running attack is going to hit. Slan's actually taking it in his stride though as he goes for a CR1 there just to try and get a little bit of a tasty bit of damage. But look at that there, the side standing R1s there, the two-handed into the run R2 though, into a little bit of a mash and getting that Godskin swaddling cloth back up as well. As we are going to see now Slan's taking yet more damage. Looking at that there, the backstab! Beautiful showing there. The Inescapable comes out there from the side of Frosty into the bleed, trying to get that build up, and that's going to be Frosty
bleed.
Taking a stock with that bleed proc. Holy moly! Did that tear skip?
Slan just got fucking clipped.
And shipped. You hate to see it. That is insane. Holy moly!
God damn.
And
I
again,
think that was a tear skip.
It
yeah.
actually was. Yeah, that's crazy. Frosty doing an absolute. Put his ass on the SSD. Right, give me a second. Let me turn on the light. Oh Jesus, my eyes hurt. Oh. Okay, there we go. Let's get this. Holy moly! Holy
moly!
Holy guacamole! But yeah, no, the Scythe is kind of an. How do you actually think about Scythe at the moment? I'm super confused by that setup.
Scythe, honestly, fucks me up pretty badly.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of frame trap with like the turnaround R1 on it. It's really deceptive, and when it actually hits you.
Mm-hmm.
And also the crouch attacks on the two-handed scythe obviously get
really nice.
The speed and the bleed. It's a nasty combo with it.
Oh, he's on the forked hatchet now onto the dismounter. Ladies and gentlemen, Suusuri. Give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom! And the Physics are drunk. Will the daggers be thrown up with the poisonous, toxic miasma that clouds the land? On the side of Frosty there, using that dismounter there, just trying to get a little bit of damage. Forked hatchet into dismounter is kind of interesting. I'm curious as to how it'll do against these Curse Blades here. But looking at that there, the run attack there. Oh, Frosty almost had that spaced into a run attack. Beautiful read into a standing R1 there that comes out just to try and get that roll catch once more. We are going to see that bleed proc come through, but it was going to be rolled on the side of Slans, who's just going to throw out some hitboxes there just to try and catch Frosty off guard. To see those crouches come out there just to try and get those little cancels. As we are going to see the crouch R1 come out, but look at that. The Curse Blades just do so much damage here as Frosty has been put through the one-man blender. But look at that, he's still not out of it yet as the two-handed dismounter comes through into a bleed proc, evening this one out as the just tries to go for that R2. Oh, but there we go. The Curse Blades are out to answer. That is going to be Slans taking another stock in this first 2-4. So that's 2-1. Why is it like spy cam? So basically the script's bricked after the after the update to Seamless, and I tried fixing it earlier on, but for whatever reason I messed it up, so not ideal, would not recommend. So unfortunately we're on the spy cam today, folks. Well, we should have it fixed. I'm sure Axie could have fixed it for me, but I'm just going to crack on with the tourney without everything breaking. Hang on a second.
GG's.
We have a player here who's asking me something. Ouch, there we go. All right. So for people who are interested in the beginner's bracket, just as a heads up, just message me after the ping, because I have so many events these days that I'm just not able to keep track. So for the sake of everything, if you've asked me during the week, until I put out the ping, don't ask to join, because otherwise I just can't guarantee you a spot and I might forget and stuff. But either way, Sawooser, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
All right, and there we have it. We are going to see the physics here from both players. Obviously, the Shamshir versus... I'm not entirely sure, is that this... It's PSSS? Oh, no, it's LGS now once again. As we are going to see now both players. Empty jumps coming out here from the side of Frosty, the little bunny hoppers. Getting a nice little bit of a tasty damage on the top there on Slans. No. But look at that. Unfortunately, the tracking memento. As we are going to see Slans going for these very risky strafe attempts here. But looking at that there, the counter pressure comes out there from the side of Slans. Frosty goes for these jumps and evens it out, but the spinning slash comes through, as we are going to see the standing R1s there doing a little bit of damage. Probably a good idea here from Frosty to go for that extra bit of poise. I believe it's like 122, 123 poise to be able to deal with the spinning slash, which is definitely a good idea. Looking at that there, we do see another running attack there come out from the side of Slans. Jump over the top, but unfortunately it's just going to get a little bit blendered, but so is Frosty as he attempts to get that ash out. The spinning slash here would have been goated, as my dear friend Luber would say, as we see a jump R1 L1 come out there, but unfortunately not able to do it. Frosty's very, very low. He's going to have to play for a pretty big bleed proc here if he wants to pull through. Oh, 110 HP! Frosty's so low. If Slans there with a huge advantage. We see that swap over onto the fists. Looking at that there. Oh my word. Evening it out, and that is going to be all she wrote. G to the G's, my G's. What did you think of that fight, Suwu?
That just Frosty got steamrolled. Just wow.
Just the amount of pressure that Slans is able to actually output on that is just nuts. So obviously the swap to fists at the end kind of guaranteed that was going to be all she wrote. But look at this, we're seeing the swap over to Halberd on the side of Slans. Interesting. We're seeing a lot of variety of setups here, and through these stocks, players are not afraid to actually swap here, which is actually kind of nice to see. I'm kind of enjoying that this tourney. Bunch of people trying different things to try and get what's done.
Back to BHP. Ah, there's Mogs. I was wondering if Frosty was gonna pull Mogs.
All right, the Mogs are back. 3-1 in the favor of Slans, ladies and gentlemen. Suwu, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Boom, and we're spot on again. We're getting good at this. I think you know we're super
We
pro.
are.
Hells, yeah. As we are going to see that EP pot come out there from the side of Frosty. Just trying to give that little bit of area denial, force Slans into the corner where you can actually get the full leverage out of those CR1s on the Moog's Ritual Spear, as we see an empty jump there just to try and get away from it. Good initiation there from the side of Frosty, actually able to land, as we do see an attempted trade there. Empty jumps now once more, tries to get the punish. There is the side of Slans as Frosty jumps into the corner, actually manages to escape from it as the Dane's footwork comes through. Frosty's taking a little bit of the damage. Beautiful punish there on the Bolus as a standing R1 comes out. Slans not quite as comfortable on these backhand blades as dangerous as a setup as they are against someone of the caliber of Frosty. It's going to be very, very difficult as Frosty's going to crouch away here, try and get set up for some shenanigans. As we see those wave dashes come through here from the side of Slans. Good jump attack over the top there. Empty jump there comes out from the side of Slans. Is actually able to get that CR1 anti-air out. Nice and early is Slans here, but he is going to be punished himself, as we are going to see. Looking at that, the Dane's footwork actually getting insane build-up. Frosty's quite low. The Bolus has been consumed. The Bolus consumer here is the side of Slans, managing to get that trade there on that. the standing R1s there. Good job there from Frosty just to get that little bit of keep out. Slans is going to have a very high bleed bar here as the CR1 is going to, I believe that might have been an aim punch there, meaning that Slans wasn't actually able to get that. Slans is being very, very aggressive here, trying to leverage the amount of damage that he has, but he has to play this so carefully here as a little dagger comes out there, just to try and get a little bit of chip. A run R1 there, trying to just do the drive-by more so than actually land with the full thing. It does seem, from my perspective, as Frosty's going to go for these jumps. Frosty has really nice keep-out options in terms of those CR1s, the jump R1s as well to initiate, and he's using pretty much the entire setup. Good rolls there from the side of Slans. Actually managed to get that into another CR1.
Oh.
And that's going to be Frosty knocked down into the loser's bracket.
Frosty's keep out this match was insane.
Yes, but
oh my god.
Unfortunately, the aggressive options on the side of Slans just went to town there whenever Frosty did decide to initiate. I will say, like, very clever use on the side of Frosty of an awful lot of those. We'll say the initiation tools he had. We'll say the jump R1s, run R1s. He had a lot of options, and the Dane's footwork there just to counter pressure was really, really tasty. So, GG's. And there's 1 to Frosty, 4 to Slans. All right. So we are going to move into Darcy versus Saucy Ace in the last round of the loser's bracket before we will take then. After that, we will take a quick break. So it is going to be losers way round 3. If I can find it. There we go. It's not 4 though. Got to be 3. Cool beans. As we move into the last of the best of 3s of this tournament. So let me just add the players. There we have. Who is in blue? It's going to be Saucy, and Darcy will be in red. So.
Off halberd. Interesting.
So let's see. Off halberd. Off halberd always confuses me. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I think it's just a taste thing. I much prefer having your run R1 mixes and stuff like that off of the main bird rather than kind of a faster weapon, which is probably better. There's C. No typos this time. We're so pro. Cool beans. All right. Best of 3. Losers round 3. The last of these. After playing, just getting back into the game after DLC. Yeah, it's good to see you back, my friend.
The FPS tech. The lantern tech.
Really true. Gurman saying 100 viewer end of stream. So Poggies. Unfortunately, we're still not in Dark Souls 3 numbers, Gurman. Those tournaments were substantially. There was a lot of people.
They were like 200.
Yeah, myself. I think between myself and LBU, we usually got like 180 to like 230 viewers, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah. But either way, enough reminiscing about the good old days. Suwusuri, give us the count in. 3, 2, 1. A little bit off, but we got there. As we are, as we are going to see the Sacred Blade come out here from the side of Saucy. Darcy actually taking a little bit of damage right off the bat. She seems to be committing to the Great Sword here, which is kind of interesting, as we are going to see Saucy there getting overzealous into that standing R1, though, into the R2. Darcy not able to land that hit, but look at that. Saucy has taken a lot of damage, as we are going to see that roll out there come out on the side of Saucy, and they're back onto the side now is Darcy, and that rolling R1 is going to come in very useful here. Look at that, but the strafe that comes through. Standing R1, but it is going to be strafed there by Saucy, who's just going to go to town. Darcy has to play this one very, very safely, as we are going to see that Sacred Blade be buffed up once again. Saucy free aiming it, trying to get the hit. But unfortunately, look at that there. The LGS is rearing to go, as we are going to see the perfect blocks come through here from the side of Saucy into the backstab. Saucy taking the first stock.
Jeez, that was a really good backstab.
So could you explain how that backstab works for everyone in the audience? The inescapable.
From my understanding, well, okay, so running towards someone is faster than rolling back.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of catch up to them, and if they're rolling away, you have to be hugging the. I don't really know, but you have to hug the. As far this is just how I play it.
Mm-hmm.
I hug the hitbox. I think there's some other little thing you have to do with it. But once they panic roll again, you'll be kind of ahead of the hitbox, so then you can get the backstab. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, interesting. And it's usually only, to the best of my understanding, it's generally only happens on quite low lat. It can happen in certain interactions in higher lat. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting interaction for sure. And with the way how rolls work, it's kind of neat if you unlock rolls that you can kind of catch people with stuff like that. Very, very neat little tech and good showing there on the side of Saucy. Either way, we have both players ready to go. Suwu, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, it was a bit early that time. We'll get them next time. Exploiting the hitbox with the backstab exploit, real and true. As we are going to see Saucy here going for that nice little bit of damage right on the top there. CR1, oh me oh my, that strafe was absolutely beautiful. As we are going to see now the Divine Beast Stomp come out there. Darcy trying to initiate a little bit of pressure there, but look at those. Yeah, there you go. Uggs, unfortunately, is very, very strafable, as we are going to see now those standing R1s come out there. On the Fire Knight, Great Sword, I believe it's called, on the side of Saucy, as we do see... Oh my god, no! Any strafers? There we go, Darcy trying to go for a backstab herself, but unfortunately not quite able to do it, as... both players now are going to be chilling. Saucy here trying to set up here for just the trade. Understanding it to some little stutter steps here coming out from the side of Darce as a standing R1, but the perfect block comes through. And that is going to be Saucy Ace taking it into the Rested Grace. Very, very nicely done. I have to say...
very stylish.
The only BM that's better than the Sit at Grace has to be Vermin. I will live and die on that hill, okay? Vermin is the cutest fucking BM in a Souls game. I swear to God. But yeah, very good showcasing there of the perfect block tech there. I'm not going to read that, Siri. That's mean. That's mean. Obviously, looking at the builds here, it is going to be the 49 Faith on the side of Saucy into the 54 Strength that was on the side of Darce. Good shumming from both. Let me just mark that on the challenge. Alright. Saucy Ace takes it in a sweep. Okay, folks. We are going to take just a very quick break as we move on to the finals. It is going to be the bronze match between Frosty Dude versus the sauciest of aces. And they will then, the winner of that then, will go on to fight Slans in the finals. All of these are money matches from here on out, folks. And Sasso, the tournament is going really, really well. Thank you for asking. I'm hanging, but we'll be okay. Suwu, you have the last word. Is there anything you want to add on these last few rounds that we've seen?
Just Saucy's last round there with the backstab chaining was pretty funny. That was really well played and pretty stylish. Then the fight against Slans and Frosty was just phenomenal. Like,
very, very good showing. Very good showing. All right, folks. We will see you all very, very shortly. Chat to you in a sec, folks. Bye. Mwah. 2-1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Suwu, can you believe it?
Oh my god.
I
can't.
We're in the bronze match, ladies and gentlemen, which is now gobbledygook by the looks of things. But no, we fixed it. We did it. We did it. We have achieved an overlay. Let's just take a quick look at the builds here, just to not. What?
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's going to be annoying. All right. Either way. 89. There we go. It's about as good as it's going to get. 100. There we go. We fixed it. All right. We're so pro. We have an overlay. Check this builds, dude. There are going to be some interesting builds for sure. All right. Let me just make sure that everything is good. Saucy on the left. Frosty on the right. Yes. They are doing some shenanigans is what they're doing.
They are.
All right. Let's crack on with this. This is not normally. This is not normally real. All right, Suwu. Let's give me the count in. I believe in you, okay?
3, 2, 1.
Pogger. All right, we got both of our players in. We do see the Arcane Frostpot coming out right off the bat there. So also trying to set up with that Ash of War and the Sword of Light there, but it's not going to be enough. As we are going to see the Beast. Oh my god. I think I know what this is. This is a really funny build. Is this Erdsteel or is it just going to be Wakizashi? If it's Erdsteel, this is really funny. Because you have the Beast Claw, which you can get Poise Chip into an immediate R2 punish. But if it's the Wakizashi, he just goes for R2s all of the time anyway. So it's kind of interesting. The Beast Claw complements it quite nicely. Oh my lord. And it does seem as though it's just a regular Wakizashi. Frosty has taken an insane amount of damage right off the bat. But we do see the Bleed Ballast there been taken as Frosty is going to go for this. Just looking at these attacks here, he's able to get some serious damage off. But unfortunately, Frosty's tier is going to be gone. But so is Saucy's. 512 HP. The bleed coming in clutch here in this first to 4 best of 7. As we do see the tier, the blue tier is going to be out there on the side of both of our players. Looking at those punishes, we do see that getting a nice bit of damage right on the top there. Frosty is ahead into that runner to R1, and the poison is going to be all it's needed to do the sufficient amount of damage. Very, very nice stuff. Have you messed around with the Beast Claws much?
I had Beast... Well, I mean, I did Beast Claws offhand on Uggs. And I like to do the Beast Claws into the R1 of the Uggs because it kind of comes out a lot faster. Or at least it looks like it. So that's pretty fun. It's like instant hyper.
Indeed, and as well as that, of course, you have just an insane amount of cancel windows as well. Just to, it's silly. I love it. I love it to bits. Another cook again. The dagger off Beast Claw is really nice, especially for something like Erdsteel, because you do manage to get that second R1, the R2 cancelled really quickly, and you get the poise chip needed to actually make it work. I still think that Wakizashi Erdsteel might be a little bit better of a build. Just in terms of they both do much the same things, but it's a fun setup nonetheless. A fun setup nonetheless. But Suwu, give us the count in at your leisure, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back on form for
we
the build.
Okay,
we'll get it next time. Next time. I'm sorry.
I'll delay more. I'll delay more.
All right, well, we are going to see the Poison Mist come out here on the side of the Frostman, who is actually able to get that trades up into the... You said it there yourself, the instant hyper armor just immediately pops out there on the side of Frosty. But Frosty's taking a lot of damage here. He's going to have to play a little bit more restrained, as we are going to see that running attack there. Actually managing to get the interrupt there, the CR1 comes through. The Pata, one-handed even, is still absolutely insane. Has backswing. It can be poised, but even then... Oh, the complete 360 on those things is insane, but unfortunately, Saucy over just I don't think he's gonna be making the baseball team this year. I don't think with throws like that, to be honest with you. As we are gonna see the empty jumps come through there, goes for a running attack. There is the side of Frosty. He's not able to do it. Actually managing to clip into a trade, into a bleed proc, but unfortunately the ace has escaped for now from the insane bleed damage there by rolling the proc, as we are going to see now both players chilling out, looking for opportunities. Little bits of chip coming through here on the Smith's Grip daggers, but Frosty's just has to be a little bit more careful on the approach. The Poison Mist comes out expecting a little bit of counter aggression. Saucy is just content to keep throwing these things and slowly but surely chip his opponent down as a running attack comes through there. Oh, almost managing to land that jump R1, but look at that, Frosty's taking a lot of damage, and it's going to be a 1-1. Both sides dead even.
My Smith script is fucking scary. Oh my god, that'd be so annoying.
Yeah, and annoying is the word, but it also, like, the amount of... You can play just full kite with that as well. You can just run away, especially when someone's low, and they have to initiate against you. Notice as well, Frosty's actually using the hammer tally here as well. He's fully expecting some shenanigans from the side of Saucy, but Saucy doesn't seem to be playing into it this time around. So might see a change there on the side of the Frostman, but especially when he was low, I think he was fully expecting the swap over to shield. I don't know. Do you think that it's kind of worth having it perma-locked in this matchup, especially against someone like Saucy? Or would it be better to maybe get more utility out of another thing?
I think it might be better to get more utility out of another thing, because Saucy hasn't really been swapping to shield unless he's closer to death, so... I think it would be better just to throw on the hammer tally later on.
Especially if you have the mechanical skill of Frosty to be able to get those swaps off mid-round, which is a lot to be said for it. More times than not, I die in my menus. But either way, Subu, give us the count in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Go. The physics are drunk. The pots are thrown. The lantern turned on for our viewing experience pleasure, as we are going to see now these little stutter steps here in neutral. Frosty's going to play this an awful lot slower, I imagine. He has to be worried permanently about those parries coming out and actually clipping him, but he is going to be clipped from Kilo there as we do... Oh! I know what he's doing! He's going for stance cancels. What a mad lad! Oh my god, and he goes for the follow-up into... Alright, that's actually pretty based on the side of Frosty here. Those stance cancels, I've had the pleasure of fighting Painted Phantoms a fair bit, and he's a big fan of those stance cancels. They can really elevate just what you can do with these setups. Really, really nice stuff. As we are going to see now those going for those jumping attacks there, we are going to see Frosty immediately going over onto that hammer tally. Tries to go for that cancel there, but the Saucy Ace is just already there and waiting. Saucy's not out of it yet, but there you go. The block into a loading screen. Oof. Saucy takes another stop.
I have not seen the stance cancels like that before.
Yes, they are very, very handy. I know other people have gone square off cancel, but it's not quite as good. At least you get the utility of the stance on... You get the utility of the stance on the overhead swipe. I can't remember the exact name of it, as on the Great Katana. It's very, very handy. Very, very handy, because you can just immediately, if they roll out, you just immediately have that quick punish with hyper arm. I don't know if it gets hyper arm. Overhead stance, thank you. Thank you, A2. Appreciate you, bestie. But yeah, very, very vicious. Very, very nice. And actually a cool use of it as well. So we have both of our players in. Sue.
3, 2, 1.
I pressed the wrong button. That's on me, bestie. I'm so sorry. Please forbid. Please forbid! I didn't mean it. But either way, we are going to see now Frosty chilling out here in the mist. You know, the miasma. Just chilling out, taking in the sights, getting a little bit of fresh air, as we are going to see now Saucy rocking on this perfect block shield here. Oh, and the Sacred Blade comes out. Not going to go for a punish here is Frosty at all, as we go for those empty jumps there. Good jump in there from the side of Frosty. The Dane's footwork there is doing a nice bit of damage. Goes for a run attack there. That is going to be the poison proc, but there the PSTS is out now once more, as two-stock supremacy reigns on, as Frosty's taken a lot of damage from this. As we see these evens out, we do see the Dane's footwork into a bleed proc there, which is huge, evening this one out by a fairly substantial margin. The poison is slowly ticking away. Look at that, the punish comes through there into the Dane's footwork, into these kicks left and right. The haymaker comes through. That is going to be
Vortex.
The Dane's footwork Vortex? Real
And Poggies.
Oh man, I can't say I'm even shocked, Suwu, that came out of your mouth. But looking at it here, do you think that Dane's footwork is real? Is it a real choice that you can use, or are there better options?
I think it's real. I mean, if you want to play it real safe, obviously off dagger would be the way, I think. But the pressure potential from the Dane's footwork, and especially with Frosty using it, or really anyone who can utilize it well, it's a pretty good mix up, and I would say it's better and more fun until your opponent gets used to it.
Yeah, and Darcy does seem to say that Dane's is real as well. So maybe I might have to pick up what y'all are putting down, to be honest with you, because that's super stoked that something like that has been added into the offhand mix. Suwu, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
And we're back at it once again, as we have, one might say we're forced back in now once again, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to see now both players here chilling out neutral. Look at that! The Beast Claw doing a nice amount of work there, forcing mistakes here on the side of Saucy, who is going to be on that dagger, which is quite spoopy. Very, very spoopy, as we're going to see a tasty spot of damage coming out there. Oh no! The Frostman has been parried, and look at that there, another parry then just to catch him off guard. Goes for a jumping attack, and I think that's going to be 90% of what Frosty's going to do from here on out. Into a standing R1 then, goes for it once more. We are going to see, is that PS daggers? It is.
Yeah.
Interesting. As we see,
is one of them the offhand Smith script?
It could very well be. It is PS daggers.
Interesting.
That's a curiosity if ever I've seen one. And it's good to see people mess around with some other stuff, especially in a more competitive environment. PS Dagger's kind of neat. They do an awful lot of damage. You have the standing R1s as Frosty's trying desperately to get this counter pressure in. Tries to go for that, but unfortunately Saucy is nowhere to be found. We do see that empty jump coming out over the top there. Oh, the bolus, and it's not going to be punished. Frosty has to play very, very carefully here around. Oof. As we see those empty jumps, as Braun does actually describe BHBs. I got it there. I'm so proud. I actually figured it out as the halberd running attacks ring true. But both are going to be dodged and strafed there by the side of the Frostman. As we see that swap back over onto the dagger. Goes for that there. Into the straight sword here. Trying to win off the guard counter by the looks of things. But the turtle poke comes in. That's going to be Saucy on match point. Frosty 2, Saucy on a 3. Interesting choice there.
That was a good swap.
The very, very quick one as well, yeah.
Yeah, the dagger swap, I mean, I guess it gets good multi-hit and get out, right? But
Dagger's always going to be safer. Dagger's always going to be safer just because there's so little recovery. And Ondo, thank you so much for the raid. I love and appreciate you, bestie. We are, of course, onto the bronze match right now. So you came in just in time for the finals, folks. Ondo, of course, was very kind this week to host the beginners bracket number 15, which was very nice taking it off of my hands. I do appreciate you. Welcome in all. Welcome in all. But on the discussion as to the swaps, Suwu, I'm not actually sure. I think Saucy's going to kind of use whatever the hell he wants to be. He's going to use whatever the hell he wants, but he is fighting a HTS main who's using a 3-shot HTS.
Oh no.
I have always said, just before we start this match, I've said in my tier list videos in the past, right, that HTS is one of those things that you go, it's kind of garbo, it's kind of washed, bad setup, power crept, doesn't have all that many combos, but in the hands of a HTS main, it feels fucking overpowered. Let's see if that's gonna, what it's gonna look like. Suwu, give us the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy, as we are going to see both players now chilling out. Literally chilling out here is the Frostman, going for that Chilling Mist. Goes for a jumping attack over the top there. Look at that. You'd swear it was an old HTS with that R1 actually landing. Saucy is in trouble here, as we are going to see that Chilling Mist, but unfortunately the Colossal Hyper Armor is going to come in clutch, as we see rollouts come out there from the side of the Frostman, who goes for that nice little bit of handy tech there to get out of dodge. The off pata here is going to be pretty risky here, as we are going to see that throw out there comes out now once again. Look at that, the follow-up jump R1 into R1. You'd swear it was true, but the backstab grab there on the side of the Frostman, almost managing to get a tier skip as the jump R2 into a bleed proc, rolled though by Saucy. Oh my lord, this could go either way, as we're going to see both players now. Saucy is so low here, as we see the swap off onto that off Beast Claw into a jumping attack, and the handy tech actually gets him away. That recovery cancel there, insane, coming in clutch there for the Sauceman, as we see the Dane's footwork into a kick. Frosty's not playing around.
Finish off. No. The do you think, I guess with the burst damage, the bleed version of that would end up doing more damage, but do you think strength would be better, or?
There's very high bleed build-up on it, and obviously you're playing for that burst damage, and you have a true combo.
Yeah.
With the off Beast Claw, or alternatively, an off Dagger and off Wacky here could be absolutely lethal, just to get that nice little bit of build-up as well. I actually kind of like this. I like this a lot, and with the way that Saucy's been playing, having that bleed, that very high bleed build-up be a thing he has to be worried about is really nice. But how do you work around HTS? I always find myself struggling into it. It's mostly because an awful lot of my setups are an awful lot more grounded. But against HTS, what you got to do?
Well, honestly, I haven't fought HTS too much in a while, and when I do, I normally just play keep out the entire time. Like I just do not get aggressive, because a lot of the times that I've fought HTS, a little bit against Sip, and then some other players who know how to spin the jumper one. So like they'll jump away, and then they'll just kind of flick you. So I usually just try to stay passive as much as I can and work from there.
Yeah, for sure. But either way, and if we listen to that advice, we will soon be pro. And Gurman does point out, run right, GG, and reaction roll. I'm taking notes, friend. All right, folks. Could be it's match point in this bronze match. The winner will go on to fight Slans in the finals. Give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Allez. And away we go. Both players now going for their respective buffs. Sword of Light comes out there in its gross incandescence, as we are going to see Saucy here move on. Is going to be punished, though, into CR1. Goes for a jump attack. The off lance here is going to, I believe it's actually a main lance, actually, is going to come in clutch here, as we are going to see the swap back over onto Mogs there. Jump R1. Does go for the empty jump. Called out a little bit there on the side of Saucy, as we do see these empty jumps coming through here. Both players now chilling out like villains. We do see these rollouts coming out here from the side of Frosty. Looking at that, the CR1 comes through into the Dane's footwork, into a standing R1. Beautiful little interaction there from the side of the Frostman. Into the Dane's footwork. He actually strafed it out. That's crazy, as the PSTS now comes out and once more goes through the full animation chain. Looking at that there, the standing R1 reaction rolled deftly by the side of Saucy, who is going to be hit from Kilo there with that CR1. Looking at that, who does aim it away, saves him from that exchange, as Saucy is slowly but surely being chipped down. We are going to see that setting up that bleed. The what's it called? The fly pot? I can't remember the exact name. Saucy is going to be hit now once more. Goes for that. The follow-up. A little bit of a mash coming out there on the side of the Frostman, who is going to close that gap into the swap over. Jump R1, but Saucy is gone. He is so gone. And we see that build-up now, getting a nice little hit there. Comes out once more. Looking at that there, the standing L1s come through here as well. Going for that, we are going to see here the PSTS there doing some really good work. But the tracking memento, as we are going to see the swap over onto the dry leaf arts now once more, keeping that nice bit of pressure up, trying to punish the whiff. Goes for a jumping attack, tries to set up for some shenanigans, being very patient with these presses here is our Frosty, as we do see him chill out there in neutral. Looking at this. Going for that jumping attack. It's not going to land. Saucy, I believe, is more or less one hit there in one little interaction, and it could all be so Jover as we are seeing both dudes going for that. A nice little bit of damage. Goes for a jumping R1 there. It's not going to land. But look at that. Frosty's very low now himself. As we do see the quick little kick come out there. The lance is out. Looking at that, he's going to be chilling here in neutral. Goes for a jumping attack. Is he going to set up? Frosty's very, very low here. Any one mistake and it could all be over from either of them. As the dry leaf arts, the trade comes through. Frosty is on death's door, but so is Saucy as the jump R1 comes through there. The PSTS could put this away as we see the swap over, the handy tech away. We do see the empty jump's not going to be punished here by the side of the Saucy, and Saucy is going to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez.
Wow. That was a close fucking match. Holy.
What on earth? By a hair's breadth at the end there. And the Saucy ace moves on into the finals to meet Slans. Neither of these have met in this tourney, although in the FOC not so long ago I know that was not the case. Let us crack on with these grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. It is of course going to be 3-4 in the favour of Saucy Ace. This tournament keeps giving. It was a really good... We've had a really good run of it so far, lads. Very, very nice stuff. GFX687, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. And likewise, again, thank everyone, especially Sue, for joining me today.
I'm trying.
Yeah, listen, I'm trying as well. It's not easy out here.
I'm dying.
There we go. Oh, I have to wait 15 minutes before shouting you out again. GG's. All right, let's just have a quick look at the builds. I don't know if there's anything you want to call out here for a Suwu while I get the bracket set up.
Let's see. So we got 2 stock on Saucy's and it's still set to Frosty.
Oh, it should be changed now in a second. Slants. Let's move over here and get this fixed up. There we go. There we are. It should be fixed now.
Okay, backhand blades. Would 2 stock win that match because of the poise damage, or?
On an interaction if he walks into the mash, it might actually shut. That's actually interesting. I don't quite know how that matchup is supposed to look. I guess we'll find out in a minute. On paper, BHB can just whiff punish it, but if Saucy manages to set up the animations, then it's actually not. It might not actually be that difficult. It just depends on whether or not Slams can sneak in and get the interrupt. But either way, as we move on to our best of 9, there we go, and it is going to be the finals, folks. If it would actually click, there we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Suwu, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom. And this is another bit of a grudge match. The last time that this match happened, it was in the FOC, and I believe there was a bit of an alt F4 after a parry incident, which is of course very zesty. And look at that, we are answering the question in real time. The answer is yes, the Curse Blades can mash. They most
Curse Blades win that. Okay, I see.
Oh, and there's a little bit of BM. Very nice knight style build here coming out on the side of Slans. Oh me, oh my! I said this was a grudge match. And I wasn't lying. No shitpot though. He did shitpot. You missed it, Cats. I'm sorry, bestie. What upgrade does that be? That's nuts. Listen, Crowned. Okay. I have a very funny sense of humor, alright? And I wanted to see BHB and how it does. And laugh. And throw popcorn. Alright, give us the count in here before I dig myself a bigger grave, Suwu.
3, 2, 1.
But I guess maybe if the biggest advantage here that Saucy is going to have in this matchup is that the running attacks can be shut down by the PSTS. Obviously, he can't mash into it. The trades are obviously very one-sided here. But Slans obviously has a matchup advantage here. It's just, oh my god! Oh, Slans is out to get it to the point down! Holy moly, I think Slans is out for blood here, as we are going to see these CR1s into a standing R1 now, as we are going to see them bashing, but it is going to be in the favor of Slans all the same, into a jump attack, into a bit of a mash, into another point down. Slans is here to take names. There is no messing around. So, Suwu, did that answer your question, love? Did that?
Yeah, I think backhand blades wins that match. Yeah, I think Saucy might need to swap to something else.
And like that, he's probably not going to do it. If I'm being completely honest here, there probably is a way to work around the BHB here with the PSTS, but he has to be super, super careful, call out the running attacks, and then be very, very careful as the Lantern is out now once again. Let's see what he's actually making. He did make a swap, Suwu. He did make a swap. Oh dear. Alright, give me the count in, bestie.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, as we are going to see these swap over. And the Sword of Light comes out with the jumps! Given Lep over the top there is our dear friend Slans, as we are going to see these little setups here in neutral. Goes for another running attack there, as we are going to see just the Mash Fest continue. Not quite as in favor. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Caster's Curse. Can we have a whiff, Suwu? Do you think Whiff Punish has been restored here in this matchup?
No, I don't think so. not quite yet.
As we're
so far, it's just mashing and mashing and mashing.
Which, you know what? I think Slans is doing a very decent job here. Oh, look at that. The self-proc there on the tier. Because he knows that there's going to be some shenanigans afoot here on the side of Saucy. And he also is going to be setting up here for these jump R2s and jump R1s, which are going to be absolutely lethal here. Because again, remember, he doesn't want to get that, he doesn't want to get parried, which could very easily happen. As I don't believe there was a trade there. I think Saucy actually managed to get the poise break in there before trade went through, as we are going to see now these chill out, going for that running R2. Looking at that, we do see the setup onto the PS. Oh my god, the counter pressure comes out there. Slans actually getting a nice hit there, but this could be evened out in a heartbeat. No, my god, he actually gets hit by the entire thing, and run R1 into a CR1, and Slans goes
Jesus.
Customary shitpot at the end there. I think that Slans might be a little bit annoyed. What do you reckon?
I think so too. I think Slans probably got really annoyed at getting hit by the beam. There's no way I wouldn't get tilted from that.
Oh my lord, the gift that keeps on giving here is Saucy Ace, so it is a 3-0 in the favor of Slans here, as we are going to possibly see some changes happen here on the side of Slans. Not looking, it could very happen. Give me a second, I need to grab some giant shit points.
Alright, while he does that, I'll be right back.
Alright, folks, how are we feeling? Has this been, are you not entertained, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely phenomenal tourney so far. Can't forget Parry. This is exactly how I imagined Elden Ring tourneys. Well, to be fair, there's a considerable amount of history here between Saucy and Slans. And both of these players have met each other in bracket, and oh my god. PvP when people are molding is an awful lot more fun. Oh, this is just vengeance. This isn't even molding. This is just anger at being parried twice in bracket, over and over again, every time you meet Saucy. There's a substantial amount of history involved here. And looking at that there, we do have Slans back in now once again. Alright, folks.
The new shitbots.
The shitbots are crafted. The little bit of BM. We might even see a tasty backwards butt bow in this tournament.
Backwards butt bow. Back shots.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Okay, I'm fine. Alright, give me the countdown. Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom! And away goes the bolt. Oh dear. As we are going to see both players now going for their shenanigans. Onto the shield here is going to be Saucy Ace, who is going to go for that little bit of damage. Oh, but look at that mash that comes through there. Listen, you're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do, Siri. As we are going to see now, both players go for that running attack there, but of course the animation's coming out here on the side of Saucy, who's actually quite far ahead currently. As we are going to see, look at that, the mash that follows up afterwards here, as we do see Slans now quite low. Are we going to see Slans bring this back? He very much has the ability to. As we do see that slow bleed build up into another mash. Saucy mustn't be too far from the bleed proc here, if I'm unmistaken, as we do see another run or two come through. Slans is very, very low. Are we going to see the swap over into a CR1, into another little bit of a mash? Managing to go for that. Actually managing to get the interrupt there. 500 HP as you see the swap over to Red Feather. Messing up the Raksasha. There we are. Now we are in one-shot territory here, folks. This could be all she wrote. One mistake here from the side of Saucy, and it could be so over, as we are going to see that little bit of peppering here from afar, using, oh my god, into that, goes for a different guard break there on the side of Saucy Ace, as we are going to see now these little daggers. The apologies for the gun kill, ladies and gentlemen, is on the cards, as we are going to see yet more strafes coming out here of these daggers, waiting for any little opportunity here to get a last hit in. One more is all that Saucy needs, as we see just these daggers being thrown left and right, and it finally lands, and the return BM comes out in the favor of Saucy. Very, very nicely done. Okay, let's see. That is going to be 1-3 in the favor of Saucy Ace. The slow comeback is real. We need a parry. We really don't. I think everyone would lose their minds if it happened. He's in character, Lamar.
Yeah, that was script would be that's rough to deal with on low health. I wonder how you even counter that. I guess you could block.
You could do, yeah. There's a few options that you do have. There are a good few options. Obviously, putting out a shield would be nice. I'm not sure, is there any chip damage on those? I'm not actually certain.
I would assume if it's maybe if it's buffed or like bundled or something.
Alright, we have both of our players in and ready to go. Suusuri, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, and the LGS turtle definitely did work last time. So that's a cure. Oh my god! And the immediate headshot right off the bat, as we are going to see a little bit of a priority machine here on the side of Saucy, who's getting some serious damage in here right off the bat. And we are going to see that CR1 come out there. Slans doing a decent job there of just playing nice and careful. He can afford to take a little bit more damage, as we are going to see that the corner pressure there comes out. We do see these runaways. The trades come through there. Saucy is within 300 HP now once again, as we are going to see just goes for a jumping attack over the top there into a standing R1. A bit of a strange interaction there, not quite sure what was going on, but looking at that there, the self-proc there on the tier comes out there for Slans, as we are going to see a little bit of damage here. Both players now running in, looking for an opportunity to get some damage. We do see it here. We do see the CR1 coming out here on the side of Slans as well, as we are going to look at that running R2 come out there, evening this match out by a fairly substantial margin. But Saucy still has his tier, as we see an attempt. The standing R1 comes out, tries to space that out there, but unfortunately is just going to walk into it, and Saucy takes another stock, and the reprisal BM is out as well.
Reverse sweep incoming.
Uh-oh. Keep in mind that Saucy will not only have to win this stock, he'll also have to do a follow-up best of 5, so he is quite the hill to climb. Slans isn't out of it yet. So much drama, I know. I mean, the storyline, we have the player that everyone loves to hate, And another player that everyone loves to hate. It's fantastic. Both heels of the community. Alright, folks. Now I want a nice clean fight. No biting, no gouging, no blows beneath the belt. Suwu, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. And both players now are going to go for their respective flasks. We're seeing some nice buffs here on the side of Saucy. We're going to see some, the fists are out now from the side of Slans here, who is going to be looking for that, goes for that jump over the top, goes for a little bit of a mash. Not quite in range, though, as we are going to see both of them going for their respective little bits of damage. The Smith Script Dagger is kind of an interesting pick here. It's not really getting that much damage, all things considered. I think it's more of a tool to push Slans into trying in being overly aggressive too early, as we are going to see that there. Not really in a position to get that damage, as we are going to see a very patient play coming out here from the side of Slans. And looking at this here, both players now chilling like villains. We do see that, goes for a jump over the top, is actually able to get a hit in, and see that that R2 come out there just in case we've seen a bit of a bit of aggression coming out there from the side of Saucy. Good turn away, tries to get that little bit of pressure. We are going to see Slans there taking a little bit of the HP lead down from the side of Saucy. Both players now looking at that there, 1600 to 1608. Both players are neck and neck with each other here, as we do see just going for that little bit of a mash there is the side of Saucy, as the daggers are ringing out. A bullet hell, if you will, as a run R2 comes out there from the side of Saucy as well. We do see both players now chilling out, looking for an opportunity to close the gap. This is actually kind of an interesting setup here from the side of Saucy. Again, he has good keep away options, tries to go for that R2, but I do believe it was rolled by the side of Saucy there. Forced back now once again, both players in, looking for that. The jump R1 comes out now. We are going to see these daggers still ringing out here. Slans running in, trying to get a little bit of counter damage in there now, but Saucy got the interrupt long before then. Look at that, the R2 comes out. Slans is slowly but surely losing that lead by a fairly substantial margin. We might see a parry attempt here come out from the side of Saucy. Looking at that, being very, very cautious on the approach there, as the dagger is going to get that. We do see a little bit of a mash coming through here. Looking at that, more mashing, trying to get that. Saucy is slowly getting into that, getting his tier into range of getting tiers popped, which is very, very close. The R2 comes out there from the side of Slans, actually managing to get that tier proc there. About 700 HP in the difference here, as we are going to see a jump over the top there from the side of Slans, but not quite able to make it. Looking at that there, he is going to take more damage, 233 HP, as we are going to see a run R1 come out there from the side of Saucy. We may see another run R2 come out as well, but look at that, those daggers just keeping up that nice little bit of neutral pressure, forcing Slans into a possibly unfavorable position, but the claws are out. Yas the boss tech is in full swing, as we see the bestial roar there. Slans managing to take the stock. And there we go. Not one, not two, not three. Alright.
The claws was a good swap. That was a really good swap. I feel like I was watching an Undertale match with Saucy, or like Undertale fight with Saucy just throwing Smith Script daggers
over,
because he said bullet hell.
That is true. That is true. What a rat! I love it. GG Slans to Saucy. All right. Well, it seems that both of them are in that no skinny, no skills, so bad. Would you kindly have a bit of manners, lads, please? Please and thank you. Go play a tournament yourself if you want to have that. All right. Chill the fuck out. Thank you. Alright. Either way. Sue, do you have any comments on that last match?
Slans played that extremely patient. I mean, I know he was forced to kind of be aggressive because of the Smith Script, but the strafing of the daggers was just really well done and patiently played. So just props to that.
Mm-hmm. And now we are on what could be match point here for Slans if he manages to take the win. So we're very, very close. Obviously, the Smith Script here is good. It's forcing Slans into those positions where Saucy can actually get the damage that he needs to. He spends more time worrying about the strafes than anything else. But, Suwu, give us the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, as we are going to see that bestial roar right off the bat there, and we do see the lantern buff coming out here from the side of Saucy, and we see that Bestial Roars coming out here, not wanting to play around with it there. Good rollout there comes out from the side of Slans, as we see another Bestial Roar trying to set up for those punishes. Has to be on a read though, as we are going to see now Saucy roll them out there himself, but the trades are actually going to be very much in the favour here of Slans, which is kind of understandable here, as we are now going to see both players trying to force the other into a position, as we do see a run R1 come through there. You see that interrupt, the R2s actually managing to do some really tasty damage there right off the top there. Goes for a jump there, is the side of Slans, goes for a running attack, a little bit of a trade comes through, but those R2s are absolutely vicious, and the R1 into an R2 is actually quite nasty, as we see the Bestial Roar come out now once again, screaming in defiance here as our Slans, trying desperately to get a nice... I just read that, Endura. Thank you. Fuck you. Either way, we are going to see both players here. Slans going for these roars. He is quite low. Goes for yet another one, but the Smith scripts are out. The daggers in men's smiles, as we do see now some nice damage there. Tear is gone now on the side of Saucy. We might see... Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I was expecting here. The shield is out, trying to set up for that parry. And look at that, he's probably going to try and get that, but unfortunately the R1s get in the way. Saucy is taking damage now once again, going for that. The BHB are back out once again. The Curse Blade Circs are out. Goes for that R2 into a bit of a mash there as the side of Slans, but unfortunately nowhere to be found here. Saucy, as he is going to get the strafe. Slans is very low. He manages to roll out the Smith script daggers, as we see these shots coming out. Goes for a jump R1. He's going to be nowhere to be found though, and that's going to be all she wrote. 3-4 into a bit of a pot. Close matches all around, folks. G to the G's.
Still, I wonder how you have to deal with the Smith script, because just getting caught by that it's so finicky, it looks like, to dodge, even strafing on this low lat.
It does seem as though... It's hard to tell. We don't know what both players are looking at here, is the thing.
Yeah.
We because of how projectiles work in ER, it could be just that both of them actually see them land correctly. Again, I'm going to have a bit of latency between the players, so there's going to be a little bit of a It's going to be a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of a, how do I describe this? Incongruence. There we go. That's a big word. That sounds cool. Between what we see, the audience see, compared to what the players are seeing, because of that little bit of latency and that interaction there. But it is going to be 4-3 in the favor of Slans, who still has just one more stock to take. Saucy has to take another one. Give me the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Boom! As we are going to see the physics here, the stone club is out. Kind of throwing something. Actually, not a terrible idea. As we are going to see these Bestial Roars come out here. Obviously, he has to be careful of the parry, and the dagger has, I believe, pry over certain things, but another Bestial Roar comes out there just to try and keep up that neutral pressure. Saucy is quite afraid of engaging, and we see Slans here not wanting to press into the parries, as we do see, there you go, force the backstab grab into a nice little bit of a punish. Saucy here is doing a good job there. Looking at that, we see an awful lot of damage come through there as the Stone Club manages to get a bit of damage as the Bestial Roar comes out, punishing the attempt. Oh me, oh my, as we are going to see the block into the R2, and that's going to be Slans. Tear broken. There we go. Big words here, real. As we are going to see now just these turnaways here from the side of Slans. Not using... Oh my god, he manages to get that interrupt. That's huge. As we do see yet another interrupt. Tries to go for a roll catch there, but unfortunately not quite able to get it in there. As we do see the mash coming out here on the side of Slans, but he is very low. And Saucy at any given time could move over onto... Oh me, oh my, tries to force off the pressure there, not quite knowing that he has to move off on the guard break, which is just going to be pretty rough. Good roll out there. The claws are out once more here on the side of Slans. Has to be careful though, as the Smith script daggers are out. 64 HP, the swap over to red. I think it's one shot here if he lands the full combo against against Saucy. He has to go for some big damage right off the bat. I'm not sure if a jump is going to be the play here, as we are going to see these daggers come out there. Good pause there, trying to set up just in case we see a free aim come out there on the side of Saucy. Both players now do not want to give up, as we see more daggers ringing out here. Looking at this here, is he just going to try and wait this match out? Swapping over onto the Blessed Do Tally, which is exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to be able to tank one more of them, as you see the swap over onto the blue feather there as well, and he can just swap back over onto the Blessed Do here as well, and there you go. That's going to be the play here. Slowly regen, as we do see that swap over gets the grease on. It's going to be nasty here, as we might see a swap back over onto the regen, which is exactly what he needs to do here. Oh, and the turn away into a loading screen. That was close, but the regen there was probably the play, as we are going to see a 4-4 here, ladies and gentlemen. Match point. Like, it's really hard with those Smith scripts. I don't know what you have to do there. I really, really do not know. Like, if I look at it, if I think about it on paper, like, you have to have enough HP to try and force a trade with it, and then just win it outright, because you can then kind of explode outwards onto it then as well. And there, look at that. We have the fists back out again here on the side of Slans. I don't know. This is a curiosity. Suvu, give us the count in for what is match point.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom! As we are going to see the physics. Oh, Saucy there. Kind of caught in menus there for a second. Good. As much as we're joking about the BM here, both players do seem to be kind of more considerate to each other. Like, Slans did wait, funnily enough, to let Saucy get his act together there, which, I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, he had every option to just run at him and just do the amount of damage that he needed to. But there you have it. They are going to see it here. Tries to go for that jump. The run R1 comes through into another run R1. Slans, beautiful spacing there on that rolling attack, as we are going to see the R2s come out there. Oh, a nice little bit of damage there. Slans here has lost his tier, but it is fists. They can do some serious damage as the Pata just continues to do work. Tries to set up for that R2, but unfortunately isn't quite able to do it, as we see that swap over managing to get some nice damage. The PSTS is out.
Oh, the 2-stock.
12 HP.
Just miscrypt. The finish off.
Into the bow, and that is going to be a bracket reset. Alright, let me just message the players here real quickly and see if anyone actually needs a break. Alright. As we move in, let's crack on now with this next one. Alright, I comb Saucy of mixing up. Yeah, to be honest with you, he's doing a decent job. Like, it's weird. Once you get that low, it's very, very frustrating. Slans is at 0. We have Saucy at 0. And the bracket reset, it is now going to be... We just get this set up here. Best of 5 to finish out. Bracket reset is best of 5 after talking to some of the players. They reckon this was more than fair. Just to give a second shot at it. 2 best of 9s would be a little bit too much, and I like to have some degree of separation. Part of the excitement, hit 9. I think that's... I don't know. I could be convinced off of that again. For sure. And let me just mark the score here. Slans 4, Saucy 5. There we go. Submit scores. 2 bow 9s was criminal. Yeah, it was just a bit much. Again, I could be convinced otherwise, Bron, but I'm happy with how these tourneys have been coming out. It's just a lot of Elden Ring.
We love Elden Ring.
We do love Elden Ring, and we love playing it so much. We mold in tourney chats. It's great. About how much we love the game.
Yeah.
Sue, what's your favorite copy pasta that you can talk about on TTV?
That I can talk about? I can't say then.
I still think the year is 2025 and Noog and Salva are still fighting in Smoldering Lake. I fucking love that one. It's so fucking good.
I like the Embered Boss one that Amy did.
Alright,
I have it recorded.
You'll have to send it to me after this. That sounds fucking amazing. Alright, ladies and gents.
Right now.
Grand Finals. Sue, give us the count in at your leisure.
3, 2, 1.
Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy. As we are going to see the physics here from both players onto the wind blades here is Saucy, who is going to be doing that. Oh my god, the glintstone scraps are actually a pretty good play here from the side of Slans, as we are going to see the rollouts come out there from the side of Slans as well. Saucy here chilling out. We do see the blink bolt into an R2, tries to set up for the second R2, but unfortunately is nowhere to be found, as we see a run R2. Actually almost getting that R2 off there is the side of Slans, but unfortunately... Oh, blink bolt into that there. Tries to go for the whiff punish here is the side of Saucy, but he is gone. As we do see that roll out there. Looking for that nice little bit of pressure. We do see, oh, into the charged attack there. Slans actually evening this one out slowly but surely. And looking at that! The fist and tried to go for the backstab, but has taken an insane amount of damage for it. As we see those rollouts come out there from the side of Slans. 20 HP into nothing!
The laser beam. Yikes.
Alright, let me just send a message here because I do need to remind players. Okay.
Is getting lasered worse than getting parried? I think getting parried is still worse than getting lasered, but the laser is funny Reddit BM, I think, so...
Alright. Got destroyed. Lasered worse than getting parried? I don't think so. You should parry him to laser. Either way, we do see the swap onto the side here from the side of Slans. Calling laser beam bad? I stand by what I said. Alright, so Saucy took the first stock. Sorry now, folks. I'm just trying to manage some stuff here. Alright. Both players are in. Sue, give us the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Cool. Alright. Both players are going for their respective buffs. We do see the running attack there on the side, but we are going to look at those R2s, though, getting those breaks fairly consistently as we see the swap back over onto the Smith script. Tries to go for the CR1 there as the side of Slans, but Slans is getting slowly but surely chipped down as we do see that attempt to get that pressure is going to be hit by a little bit of a dagger. Look at that. The run R1 comes out there, but it is going to be strafed. To Slans is just not able to get the damage in he needs, as we are going to see these R2s ring out, putting Slans into a whole world of hurt here, as we are going to see both players swapping over onto the PSGS here, which might actually be a pretty good play set up for those JL1s, as you see the swap over onto the shield here on the side of Saucy, who is looking to try and get those perfect blocks, goes for a jump R1, is going to get R2 though in return. Slans just not quite sure how to approach this setup, as we do see the attempt there getting that pressure. We do see the roll R1 come out there. Oh, look at that, the perfect block comes through. Slans is in a world of hurt, as he is going to have to try and find a way here and there. The roll catch comes through, as we are going to see those R2s come out now once more. Looking at this here. Slans is in trouble. He went for the wrong flask. Alright, he's... Say a little bit of a prayer, but the perfect blocks come through now once again. Slans is going to take an awful lot more damage. Looking for that. Trying to go for that JL1. It is not going to hit, as we are going to see a crouch R1 come out there. Rolling. Oh, the parry. Absolutely evil there, and that's exactly what Slans is worried about. 153 HP. Is he going to be able to get that second, get even this one out? It's not looking like it, as Slans just has so many things to worry about here. Into the perfect block, into
the roll
caught
catch
in the corner. GG's. Saucy takes another win. Alright.
Saucy's perfect blocking is... I know the pain. I got deflect tiered by Saucy on Starfist against Gugs.
Oh no.
And I have severe PTSD.
Yeah, it's really tough to try and find the opportunity to get the damage in against him, because you have so many things to worry about. You have the parries in your back pocket. You have a bunch of things. It's pretty rough. Slans is going to have to try to set up here that he can do with. I think I'm trying to think of what he could actually use here that would be good. Fists, I'm not sure why it's not working out for him. Fists on paper should be pretty okay.
kick tech. He needs to use kick.
Yeah, he really, really does. And we might have seen that swap over. Just as a quick heads up, folks, as to what we're seeing here. The builds are as follows. Saucy is on 49 faith. Still Slans rocking that 58 strength. Very, very nice. And let me just have a quick peek over here to make sure everything is in order, which it is. All right. Give us the count in, Sue. What could be match point for Saucy?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, there we go. Fists on the side of Saucy here. Interesting. Interesting. As we are going to see the TS into it here. Looking at that, good, nice little turnarounds here on the side of Slans. A classic matchup, if you will. Looking at this here, we are going to see these forced back now once again, as we are going to get that rolling attack come through slowly. But this is going to be a death by 1,000 cuts kind of match. And Slans needs to stay just close enough to Saucy to not get these swap over onto the bullet hell once more, as we are going to see that TS there. Beautiful spacing comes out here on the side of Slans, and Saucy is in a world of hurt, as we're going to see now. Look at this here. The fists come through there, going for another running attack, actually managing to land it. Oh, the deflect! The perfect block comes through on the side of the fists. As we see the swap over. No, we don't see a swap here from the side of Slans. But this is, again, fist matchup. Could go either way, as Saucy is taking some damage. Look at that pressure that comes out from the side of Slans. Look, block cancelling there to try and maintain prio. Goes for a jump over the top there. He has to be careful about those parries. Look at those jumping attacks. He knows exactly what's going on. No, the carry in retaliation! Oh my god, beautiful strafe, though. Into Slans on the scoreboard at long last.
That was so ballsy to parry the glintstone.
It was really smart, though. Like, again, carrying Ratal is absolutely fantastic, and actually managing to strafe the little phalanxes on the way in was really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like, is this the swap that was needed, do you think, Sue, onto the TS? It seems to be really strong, but we haven't seen it fight against Saucy's other setups.
It might be, but I still think the shield poke would win out against TS if Saucy plays it like how he's been playing it.
That is interesting. I'm not actually sure about that. I think that obviously this having kick, and I don't know why that explosion happened. Huh? Well, was Saucy messing around with stuff? He must have been. Interesting. All right. We have both of our contestants in. It's 2-1 in the favor of Saucy currently, who is on match point as of right now. Slans, though, not to be trifled with. This could go either way. Ladies and gentlemen, Sue, give me the count in.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. As the lantern is on here, and looking at this here, we are going to see, as you'd say, he's on the PSTS, I think, here, or he's on Dual Melee. No, he is on the PSTS. Slans has to be very careful. He can't afford to take those trades like at all, as we are going to see now Saucy taking yet more damage. The swap back over onto the PSTS is definitely a good one. The fists just weren't working out for him, as he is going to be absolutely mincing Slans there. Slans not sure of what window is the safest to get in there, as we are going to see that. Nice little exchange there. Did actually win out in that trade, but Slans is also quite low, so has to be careful, as he is going to have the tier procced. Looking at this here, we are going to see Saucy now setting up for some shenanigans, as we do see the running attacks come through there. Looking at that there, the step R1s coming out here on the sides. Oh, as we do see that hit there. Good trade comes out there for Slans. Look at that, the spacing. As I said, a death by 1,000 cuts, but the weird hyper armor from above as Slans is moving in for the kill. Both sides are very low. Good roll out there from the side of Slans. This could be it. If Saucy lands one more hit, it is Jover. But the same can nearly be said. A backswing is all it is going to be needed. 200 to 91 HP as we see the swap back over onto the Smith scripts. We see a swap here from the side of Slans. Oh, the glintstone. Oh my god, it nearly got put away. But that is going to give him just enough space to be able to reset, as we see a jump come out there. The runner one, it's going to miss. And that's going to be Slans 1 HP versus 91. Caught in menu. And there it is. There we are. TS drops it. Look upon the face of our champion. Look upon it and weep. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Saucy. Are you alright there, Sue?
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful he is. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. GG's to everyone. And a little bit of BM. Alright, boys and girls. Congratulations to Saucy for, I believe this is his second tourney win. He has played in brackets before as well. Absolutely exceptional play. Very, very well done to everyone. My apologies that I wasn't quite firing on full cylinders today, but I want to give an absolute special thank you to the wonderful, the amazing Suusri, who, if we can get a shout out for
I
Sue,
tried.
You did a fantastic job, and I couldn't have done it without you. Whew. What a tournament. Sue, do you have any last words, Suusri?
Honestly, no. Just that those last two matches were very peak. I loved the BM. I love that you allow the BM a little bit.
A little bit. It got a bit tiresome at the end. I just messaged just like, oh, for this next set, let's just chill out. But I think it added to the overall story. There was a storyline here, you know. Both heels coming in as far as they did, meeting in the finals again. But yes, to the players, I want to give a special thank you to everyone. You all did an amazing job. Thank you to both Mantis and who else was it who came in clutch? German. Both of you all, you were amazing in coming in clutch at the end. GG Slans, good run to everyone. I'm going to be chilling in YouTube chat for maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, although it won't be very long. Sue, if you want to join me there, you're more than welcome. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to raid out. The last word is yours, Subu.
I think you should play my Embered Boss as my final words.
I'll do that.
There's nothing.
I'll do that next turn. I don't trust you. I don't trust you as far as I throw. I don't trust you as far as I throw you. Okay, bye everyone. I just found out that whatchamacallit, Mary was just ended stream. That's fucking hysterical. Are we good? And is everything working for everyone? Oh god, my camera is fucked. How do I fix this? Give me a second, everyone. Oh my god. How are we all keeping, everyone? No. Give me a second, let me fix this shit. Here. It's chilling. Oh, dear. Oh, what a tournament. What a fucking tournament. Oh, Lord. I don't know why this camera is being so stinky right now. Have we fixed it? No. Fuck. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. That was a good tournament. I wish I wasn't so fucking... I wish I wasn't quite as horrifically hungover as I am. But yeah, I think it went really well. What did you think, folks? In terms of... I'm really happy with Suwu as well. Good finals. I just heard from Slans that he doesn't want to take the winnings. He's going to split it between first and third, which is very, very poggers of him. So kudos to Slans for being a homie, which is really, really good. Oh, man. It was a great tourney. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, Yura. I'm really glad I got to meme with the funny with Anchor. Yeah, I'm glad you got to enjoy it. It was good to finally see you in bracket, Gur. It's been a long time coming. Oh, man. So for context, I was supposed to host this tourney yesterday when I was actually equipped to do it because I thought that there was a family due. My granny turned 90 yesterday and I thought that they were saving the party to Saturday because that would have made sense to me, but apparently they had it yesterday. So I think I arrived home at around 4 o'clock and I am regretting life decisions now. Sadly, can't be arsed, but you needed help. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. I really, really did appreciate it, bestie. Filling in on such low notice. Okay, cool. That's fine. No, but a good showing from everyone. I think. No, should have hosted with Granny. To be honest with you, that sounds fucking hysterical. She'd probably have more of an idea than 90% of people about how to cast the games. All right, yeah, that'd be lovely. But no, I think the tourney went pretty well, despite the problems. I'm still so surprised that I didn't catch on that Saucy had moved in. I thought it was a. Oh, I had thought that it was going to be a whatchamacallit, and he came in, but no, alas, butthole. You hate to see it. But yeah, I don't know if chat has any questions or anything like that. I'm not going to be on for very long, folks. I'm going to lie down and cry. So I don't know if chat has any questions. I know I don't hang out with you YouTube peoples all that often. V6, hello. Like, now's your chance to ask, because I don't get a chance to hang out with you guys all that often. Twitch chat is just a bit more. To be sure, rest well. Oh God, you better believe it. I'm probably not even going to sleep, but it'll be fine. But yeah, if there's no questions or anything, I'm just going to mosey on. Thank you all, obviously, for watching. It means a lot. These tourneys have been really fucking successful. And I hope to continue doing them. They're growing still, which is nice. I'm trying to keep chat well-mannered because Den chat just gives me an aneurysm every time I have to read it. And I don't want it to be that. So if you got timed out or got hit in the crossfire by anything, I apologize. But yeah, bye forever, Mr. Line. Yeah, no worries. Last opportunity for questions, folks. Other than curse blades are probably going to be yeeted. I think that's probably the first thing that I'm going to get rid of. Curse blades are just a bit much. Alright. Thanks again, everyone. Y'all are fucking amazing. And hope to see you for the beginner's bracket on Thursday. And we'll be having the EU Tryhard throwdown on Friday. Hopefully, assuming I don't mess up. But yeah, take care, everyone. It's been a blast. I'll chat you all on the flip side. Take care, everyone.